Hi guys, sorry I'm a bit late. I fell asleep. I was watching something on the TV and I fell asleep. As you can see, I'm looking absolutely gorgeous tonight because no makeup because of the old eyeballs. Yeah. Well, it looks like I'm on my own anyway. Nobody's arrived yet, so nobody's missed me, obviously. Well, I've got one person in chat. So one person's missed me. Hi, June. Excuse me while I take a painkiller. Getting a pain in my chest. Oh dear. Hi, Lizzie. I'm just collecting my thoughts after being asleep. Oh, lovely eyes. At least they're working a bit. Hi, Amanda. Oh, my chair's not level. My chair's around the corner somewhere along the line. Woo! Doing well today, aren't I? Falling asleep, knocking my light over. My chair's not in the right position. Apart from that, I'm fine. Oh dear, am I feeling better? It depends which bits. My eyes, as you can see, are still really, really red. They're not quite as itchy as they were, and they're not as blurred as they were. So, I can actually see through them. Yeah. Yeah. No, Rick, I didn't appreciate that. Sorry, dear, but I didn't like being called a penguin. Yeah. Oh, dear. Rick put a comment on somebody else's video calling me the Fleetwood Penguin, which I didn't like. No. The weather is not nice and warm, Esther. The weather is cold. We'll have to lit the fire. So I have to keep my eye on it because usually it's well established by now. But I was late because I fell asleep. Yeah. Oh yeah, I have got my glasses. If you want to see them, they're here. I have got them, but as you can see, they're still red all across the top there. But they're a lot better. Yeah, I can put them on. But I don't have to today. Yeah. But it's absolutely no makeup because I'm nurturing them. Yeah. They feel like they're shut. They feel like they're tight and yeah. I presume that's the effect of the eye drops. I don't know what's in them. They're supposed to be antibiotic eye drops, but maybe they shrink your eyeballs eye drops. But still, at least they are better than they were. And they are not glued together, so we have to look on the bright side. I still haven't picked up a hook or a needle. I'm just absolutely, do you feel like that? When you just go off everything, you just don't want to, pick up a hook or anything. You just don't feel inspired. I don't know whether you ever feel that way or whether you're all prolific and you just crochet through everything, knit through everything, or in Lizzie's case, cross stitch through everything. I just can't get up any momentum, I just keep looking at some patterns and hoping they'll inspire me. Looking at the new yarn, hoping that might, give me the urge to pick up a hook and wield it. Yeah. I've got 2 sleeves to put in, like a bolero, whatever. And they're still sitting there. They haven't got the edge put on them and they haven't got stitched in. I should have picked them up and put them on here. Maybe it would inspire me at least to do the edging on the sleeve before I stitched them in. Maybe I'll do that. But it was black anyway, you see, so the eyeballs weren't feeling that good anyway. And doing black, or even on a good occasion, as you know, is not bright. Anybody who knits and crochets with black, yeah. Yeah. Oh, you get like that, do you? I'm glad it's not just me. It usually doesn't last. It's lasted over a week. It must have been about last. Well, actually, it was when the eyes started last Thursday. It would be last Thursday or Friday when I got the gluey eyes. Yeah, but I was kind of going off it a bit before then. You know, sort of demotivated. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, demotivated. Sometimes I'm on fire and I can't, you know, crochet fast enough. I've got the next thing lined up. I've got my eyes, my mind buzzing with ideas. And then other times it's like, you know, down in the doldrums, like you can't think of anything you want to make. Everything that you look at, you're like, don't want to do that. I even bought a magazine this week, hoping that it would inspire me. And I looked at things, and there's a couple of things in that I do like, but nothing that really grabbed me that I had to rush and get my hooks and my yarn ready and that. Yeah. Yeah, I just put a video up today. I don't know whether you've seen it or not. I bought a crochet book. I think it's Inside Crochet or Simply Crochet or something. And there's a couple of nice things. Well, yeah, not actually in the magazine so much, in the edit that they added it on. A couple of nice, there's a poncho that's nice and a shawl that's nice in like a pineapple stitch. So you think that would have got me going, wouldn't it? You know, thinking, must do that, but nah. I'll get around to it, no doubt, yeah. I didn't feel like going across to the shed. I mean, it's only a few footsteps across the garden, but yeah, we've had fun. We've had lovely weather. It's blown the felting off the roof of the shed. Not my shed, not my she shed. Blown the felting off the, well, what we laughingly call a summer house. It's actually the shed we put things in to store things, but it's a summer house, according to my family. Not really a summer house, it's a shed. But I've got the shivers. I've lit the fire, but it's not warming the cockles of my heart so far. I've had to put my poncho, well, it's not a poncho, what they call it, over a warner. Yeah. Yeah, you know me, aging hippie, anything with a fringe. It's good for me. But I thought it was going to be sunny, so I didn't put such a thick sweater on today. I had a thin sweater on, you know, bought one. And now I'm feeling the cold, yeah. I should have put a thicker one on, but never mind. The fire will get going soon. Fire will get going soon. See, we've got no Nathan so far and no Chris. We're not doing very well today, are we? Oh, it's hi, Connie. Yeah, we've usually got Chris is usually the first one to say something, followed closely by Nathan. Dog free. Well, they're upstairs. Yeah. I don't think that Trixie was helping my eyes. I think I'm allergic to her. And it's so funny because my son came back from Spain on his holidays. It's been about 5 days, that's all they've been. And he said, oh my God, my eyes are itching like mad. He said, I think it's Trixie. And I went, yeah. I think I'm not blaming her for causing it. She didn't cause the eye problem. But I think having those dog hairs and stuff and maybe patting her and then maybe rubbing my eyes or whatever didn't help the situation. Yeah. So anyway, what's everybody else been doing? That's enough about me and my ailments, yeah. How is the world treating everybody? Are you all happy and tickety-boo? Have you all had your tea? If you haven't, what are you making for your tea? If you're crocheting, what are you making? If you're knitting, what are you making? And what are you all doing? You're all very quiet today, yeah? Yeah. I mean, to say that we're mid-April, well, towards the end of April, actually, the weather should be improving by now. You keep telling me global warming, but I don't know where it is, yeah. Oh, thank you, Connie, for watching. I hope you give me a thumbs up. Every little helps, dear. Yeah. Yeah, one day. I mean, what day did my son come back? Thursday. I was actually sitting in the garden with the dogs on Thursday. I did have my cardigan on, but I was actually. Oh, thank you, Connie. Thumbs up means the world to me. I did have my cardigan on. Hey, Shad. Oh, my goodness, we wondered where you were, Shad. 3 weeks you've been in hospital. Oh, my goodness me, what was wrong? Hey, Nathan. Shad's been in hospital for 3 weeks. We did miss you. Everybody said every week, where's Shad? Yeah. So you have been missed, dear. You were missed. We wondered where you were. I thought you were fishing. I'd no idea you were laid up poorly. Hey. Oh, dear. 3 weeks in hospital. That sounds a bit drastic, yeah? Oh, my goodness me. It's a good job you didn't have your little doggy. Otherwise, you would have had to have somebody to look after him. Yeah. Oh, dear. Anyway, I hope you're feeling better now. Well, you must be. They've let you out, haven't you? Yeah. Oh, 3 weeks sounds a bit drastic. I think the most I've ever done is 10 days. Yeah, you beat me there. When I had my son, they made you stay in hospital when you'd had a baby. They made you stay in back in the day. Now they can't wait to get rid of you. But 3 weeks, oh dear. I hope it wasn't the pneumombe, as my dad used to call it, pneumonia. Pneumombe. Or they didn't take parts of your body away, did this, Shad? Yeah. It was pneumombe, was it? Oh dear. Hey. You have to take better care of yourself. Never mind fishing and getting freezing cold and sleeping in your tent. Take care of yourself. We're none of us getting any younger, dear. I hate to remind you. But we're not exactly spring chickens, are we? Yeah. Yeah. I went online and wished Sheila, from Sheila's Knit and Natter, whatever she's called, a happy birthday because she was 77 today. So she's joined the 77 crowd. Woohoo! Oh, dear. I know you're not that old, Shad. Got a while before you catch up with me. Oh dear, I'm sorry if I keep looking behind, but I'm looking at my fire. It's still doing okay. I'm just wondering if I dare put another log on it. Just excuse me for one moment while I have a little look at my fire. Oh, I should have started it earlier in the day, but I didn't. Oh, it's burning quite nicely, but it may not last if I don't put any more wood on it. Oh, it's terrible when you feel the cold, isn't it? I do. I feel the cold, something terrible. It's all to do with getting old, I think. Let's put another log on the fire. At least it's burning nicely, better than it did last week. That wood was so damp last week, it would not catch. Oh, I was going to show you my magazine, wasn't I? Oh, for those of you who didn't see it. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, I was going to show you the magazine. I've got a free shawl pin. Oops, that's the light shining on it. It's not very good quality wood, but... oh, hiya, Sean. Oh, dear. Oh, thank you. I believe I've got that kind of voice that puts people to sleep, or so I got told before. You're 75 in August. You're still a chicken. I'm 77. 78 in November. Yeah. Oh, dear. The eyes, as you can see, they're still red, but they're not as sore. So they're on the road to recovery. Yeah, I was going to show you my magazine. So that's what I got. Being an aging hippie, I quite liked that, which I know isn't everybody's cup of tea, but I did quite like it. Hi, Catan. Hi, Chris. But what I really liked was the ones in the edits. I like that poncho, and I like that shawl because it's got pineapples on it. Pineapples. Let me find it. There. I think it looks lovely, that. Hi, Denise. You can't beat a pineapple, can you? Can't beat a bit of pineapple. And it looks a nice substantial shawl as well. You know, it's not a little itty bitty one. It looks quite a nice, generous one that you could wrap round yourself. Yeah, quite like that. Yes. So, yeah. That was well worth. And if you're feeling regal, you can actually do an amigurumi of Prince Charles, King Charles. If you're feeling regal, you can do him. Not that I would do an amigurumi, but oh dear. Oh, I'm warming through now. It's like the sick bay on here, isn't it? We've got Sham, we've got Shad, we've got me, we've got anybody else not feeling tickety-boo? Shall we rename this the sick bay tonight? Anybody else got any worries and problems? Let's share them all here. You know, we might as well, you know. It's like sitting in the doctor's waiting room, isn't it, when you're all chatting about your ailments? What are you here for? Ooh. Oh, dear. Or in our case, if you get to the hospital, you have to take your crochet because you're there forever and a day. You know, when they keep writing on that little board, the waiting time is 2 hours and 50 minutes, and you think, yeah, right, yeah. You're back at the doctor's. I'm at the doctor's this Thursday, yeah. So that should be fun, yeah. You bought some yarn today, Catan. What did you buy? Come on, tell us. You're a happy little soul, are you? Buying yarn usually makes me happy, but this last time I got it, it didn't bring me any joy. I'm getting deflated. It's no good, is it? You know. At one time I'd be like, whoa, yay, whoa, whoa, whoa. So what did you buy, Hal? What did you buy? We all want to know. We're all ears, aren't we? Yeah. Oh, dear. It's great at the doctors, you know. Well, it is in the UK, isn't it, Sean? You know, you sit there for hours and you think, have they forgot me? Then everybody else that comes in after you seems to go in first, don't they? And you go. You bought yarn at Hobby Lobby, just number 4. I don't know Crafter's Secret. That must be a new one on me. I love this yarn. Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah. 30% off sale. Ooh. No, I'm not tempted. I'm not looking. No, no, no. Get thee behind me, wool. Not looking. Not looking. Oh. Hey. Being immune suppressed seems to be. Oh, you see now. Oh, God, no, they forget me. I'm the one who thinks her name's dropped off the list. You know, when they go, you're like that when they come to shout a name out. No, it's not you. No, it's not you. That's me. I'm always the last one to shout, yeah. You're trying to behave as well, are you, Lizzie? Yeah, yeah. A size 10 crochet hook. Is that thin or is that a big one? Yeah. Adrian, do you knit or crochet or what do you do? It's a crafting channel, this one, love. If you're not one of us, then you're on the wrong one. You've been de-stashing. I should do that, really, but yeah. Everything makes my eyes water. We usually cry. They're not crying at the moment, and my tissues are way over there. You gave plenty away, did you, as well? Yeah. I haven't given any away. I did before I came here, as you know. I got rid of half of my stash before I came here. Well, more than half the stash. Oh, you're so brave making blankets, yeah. I can't say I feel ill, Chris. I just feel, yeah. But I don't feel ill, no. No, I'm not having, I'm refusing to have COVID. No, I'm refusing, yeah. If I don't think I've got it, I won't have it. That's optimism, it's called, I think, isn't it? Optimism, yeah. Oh, you gave it to a woman's shelter. I hope they knitted and crocheted at the woman's shelter, yeah. Oh, I think I've probably got wool from about 7 years ago, yeah. YouTube, Adrian, is a wonderful, wonderful place. I wish they had it when I was learning to crochet. I had to learn from a book, and believe me, that is far harder than watching a YouTube video, yeah. Yeah, in America, you have loads of sales, don't you? Coupons and 30% off and all sorts of things. We don't seem to have them here. Oh, they want the wool for the therapy. Therapy as in using it for crafting, not to strangle anybody with or anything like that. Okay? Tie this round the neck of your enemy, yeah. Oh, I won't have a COVID jab. I won't have it. Not having any more. Yeah. After the last one, I've not been right since the last one. So I am not having it anymore. I'd rather have the COVID than have the injection. Yeah. Ugh. I mean, when I did have the COVID, I was ill for 3 weeks. I was really in bed. I don't mean walking about saying I don't feel very well. I was flattened. I was in bed for 3 weeks. So hopefully I'm immune. Yeah, my niece has just had it again for the third time. Yeah. How come whenever I come on here, Juno always adds a photograph and it comes flying up on here? Yeah. Ad adenovirus. No. I've not got any other symptoms really. Well, no more than my normal symptoms. With the itchy eyes and stuff, yeah. Hi Lacey, I'm doing okay. The eyes are getting better. They're a bit pink, but they're fine. At least I can see you all this week. Yeah. But no, I'm having no. I have my flu jab, so I'll be having that well later on this year. But I'm not having any more COVID. I think what did it for me was they gave me the two at once. They gave me the flu in one arm and the COVID in the other, and I think that was one injection too many. I might have been all right if they'd have given me on separate occasions, but they attacked me from both sides. There was two different nurses. One went in one arm and one went in the other. Yeah. How far am I from Hogwarts? Oh, an awfully long way. Oh dear. I think it's down in London somewhere, this mythical Hogwarts, isn't it? Yeah. Oh no, I'm not doing any more double jabs, Shan. You're right there. No, no. What's it like to feel human? Can you remember? I can't. I'd love to go back and have a reset. You know, like you can reset your computers and put it back to factory settings. I'd like to do that with my body, like go back to factory settings, you know, how you were before all the things hit you, you know, like old age, arthritis, whatever. Yeah, all the things that they save up for you. You know, you're merrily trotting along in your 40s and your 50s and even your early 60s thinking, oh, this isn't too bad. And then whammo, old age comes. And it doesn't just creep in, it comes in with a slam. Yeah. Yeah. Sue is closer to Hogwarts, is she? She's closer to the railway bridge. Yeah, yeah. I'd like to see that one day. Yeah. Well, it's been 6 weeks since I've had the pain in my chest. And when I say that, it's not a heart attack or anything like that. It's, I think I cracked a rib or did something when I was coughing, you know, from about 6, 8 weeks ago. And I've got an appointment on Thursday with the GP, which I am not holding out much hope for, because they usually wave you through saying, yeah, yeah, you're fine, just keep taking the tablets, you'll be fine, you'll be fine. Yeah. I got an invitation from Bio something or other it was called. I could go to Stockport and I could have all these tests done. I could have these MRI scan things done. I could have everything done. But they don't tell you the results. They're all in aid of research. So what's the point? Yeah, you might be aiding research, but my idea was if I do go and have everything done, I'd like to know what they find, you know. But they don't, it says in the brochure, they don't tell you. Nah, yeah. Oh, hi, Claire. Yeah, the unexpected double jab, yeah. You don't think that when there's two nurses, they're going to attack you on both sides. You know, it's like jab, jab, jab before you have any, hey, excuse me, what you doing? It was like, and it was done. Yeah. Hi, Melissa. Yeah, no, I'm not having that done again. Yeah. Oh, that. I love that behind closed doors. They're always wanting to know how people are. My doctor never asked me how I am. You know, you're beginning to tell him how you are, and he's got you out the door. It's like you're on a conveyor belt, like going in one door and out the other, except there's only one door. Uh-huh. Yeah, well, they diagnosed I'd got conjunctivitis without even seeing me. They did that by phone. That's good, isn't it? When I went to the pharmacist, he said, they should have seen you. He said, with those eyes, you should have had a prescription. Ah. Yeah, I need one of those docs off behind closed doors. Yeah, they're really good, aren't they? Yeah, diagnosed by phone. Yeah. The last time I had a really sore throat, they diagnosed me over the phone. And I'd like to know how they managed to do that because I don't have any tonsils, but yeah. Mm. Yeah. Do you know, if you had the money though, and you could just ring up a GP and book him for an hour, you know, you've paid for him, you're having an hour's worth. And they have to sit there and listen to you whine on for an hour. It must be brilliant, that. You know, they say money can't buy your health, but oh God, it could get you a lot of treatment, couldn't it? You know, it could get you listened to, which is the main thing, I think. Yeah. How much are private doctors? I dread to think. I honestly dread to think. Probably hundreds. And then you get 5 minutes for £100. Yeah. I don't know. But you know, you read about these stars, don't you? And that, and actors and things who have loads and loads of money. A private MRI is 500, yeah. I thought it was 6 actually, but yeah. I'd love to go to a chiropractor, but I can't afford one. The last time I went, it was 40 quid a pop. Yeah. I'm hoping that they sort my back out, because I think it's something gone in my back or in my ribs or something, yeah. So maybe I might get some. When you go to a physiotherapist on the NHS, they don't even do any manipulation anymore. They just give you a piece of paper, some exercises, and tell you to go home. I mean, to get to see a chiropractor or a physiotherapist, you've got to pay, yeah. 20 for, we don't pay for a GP visit, but then again, we don't get seen, yeah, you know. It's like a conveyor belt. If you pay 20, do they actually listen to you? That's the main thing. I don't think they listen to you. I think they zone out. I wouldn't be surprised if they haven't got earbuds in listening to some tune. You know, it would be nice to have somebody who was actually interested in you. You know, when you went in and they go, well, how are you? And then they listen. And then they go, yes, well, I think it's this, that, or the other. But they zone out, don't they? They just tune out when you're talking to them. And, you know, you can tell they're like, oh, God, she's the 25th person this week with a bad back, you know. You know. They know how to make you feel insignificant, don't they? And specialists are even worse. They're so high up themselves that they just don't even want to talk to you. You have to see the minions, don't you? You never get to see the big man. You always see one of his minions. You put down, aren't you, to see the specialist, but you know for a fact when you walk in that room, he's not there. It's one of the underlings or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. If you get a chiropractor on the NHS, Nathan, I want to know his name because I'm coming. Because I can't flip and well get one. Yeah, you don't even think that some of them are trained properly, do you? You know, you feel like saying, can I see your medical certificate, please? You know, are you sure you've done your time? Yeah. No, that'll cost you a bomb then, Nathan, yeah. Yeah, do you know, that's funny. The last time I had stomach problems, I got to see a nurse practitioner. And they spent a half hour on me, giving me loads of tests. They were much better than the actual GP. The GP has you, like you say, on a conveyor belt. Your feet don't touch the floor, do they? They're going through like that. You feel like sitting down saying, right, have I got 10 minutes? Because I'm sitting here for 10 minutes. You like the minions, do you? We're not talking about them minions that are on the telly or the screen or the big screen. I'm talking about the underlings in the NHS, you know, the wannabes. Yeah. In a bit, we'll be sitting in front of a computer, sticking our hand in, I think, you know, where they measure your blood pressure and your heart rate and stuff, you know. And you'll be able to type in answers. Do you feel breathless? Yes. Do you feel this? Yes. Can you just breathe into the mic? That's how it's going to be in the future, isn't it? You're not going to see any people. You're going to be diagnosed by computers. They're going to be lie on the slab and we'll just zip you through. We'll take a quick body scan of you as you lie. You'd do better, wouldn't you, on the conveyor belt in the supermarket, you know, like, or you feel like, you know, if you get to the airport, lie on that x-ray machine, you know, as you're going through, the one that x-rays your luggage to see you're not carrying a handgun or something. Lie on there. Can you just check if there's any broken bones, please, while I lie on it, please? Oh, dear. Yeah. Yeah, but that thing, I mean, that bio clinic thing, whatever it is, it would be great if they told you results, but it says quite plainly that you're taking part in an experiment and they won't tell you if they find anything. And I thought, well, what's the point of my trundling all the way over to Stockport to do all these wonderful, wonderful tests, which sound great, what they're going to do? MRI scan, brain scan, body this, body that. And yet they're not going to tell you anything at the end of it. You know, what if you had something major wrong with you? Are they still not going to tell you? What's the point? I don't know. I'm not going. Yeah. Ain't going. They're not having me doing all those tests for their benefit. You might as well just donate your body to medical science, except I don't think they'd want that. If you've got so many different complaints, they don't want you, do they? Oh dear. I thought about that at one time. I thought, shall I donate my body to medical science? Then nobody has to pay for a funeral. But then, you know, like it's if you've got this, they don't want you. If you've got that, they don't want you. I would have thought the more complaints you had, the more they would want you. You know, for students to study. Oh, she's got this, that, the other, yeah. We'll have her in. No, they don't want you. Hey. Oh, I'm not going to switch my chair on today. Don't worry about it. It's not going to go zzz. It didn't do me back any good last week when I did it, so what's the point? Just wasting the electricity. You managed to find the cheapest chiropractor. As long as it's not one of those Thai ladies that walks up and down your back, Nathan. My niece went to see one. She was fantastic, this woman, but she was there with her elbows and her knee. My niece said, whatever you do, don't go to see her with your bad back. She said, she'll crack it in pieces. Yeah. Yeah, I got pensioners' rates when I went to the chiropractor last time, and it was when I was in Prestwich. I can't find one here. Can't find one. When I asked, where is there a chiropractor or a physiotherapist, they said, Fleetwood's a deprived area. Nobody's got any money, so there isn't any around here. You'd have to go to Blackpool. I can't donate blood either. I had jaundice or something at one stage in my life, and I think it was jaundice or hepatitis or something I had. And they won't have my blood. Well, they won't now because I'm too old. But when I was younger, I've got a very funny blood group, you know, one of those weirdy women. And I should have been a blood donor because my donations would have been very helpful to the NHS, but they wouldn't have me. They did a test and they said I had so many different antibodies or whatever it was in my bloodstream that they wouldn't have me. So I did try. My ex-husband had a badge to say, I think he donated half of his body blood in his lifetime, yeah. Oh dear. That's probably the chiropractor that I had or the one that Nathan's going to get. Yeah. I mean, they are good, these chiropractors. I mean, I need my neck cracking out. My neck's bad. When I had money, when I was working, I used to go regularly and have my neck manipulated because I get really bad headaches, but they come from the back of my neck. Yeah. And it's compression in it, you know. So every now and again, if you've got the money, you go to a chiropractor and then you're like that, and he's doing that like that, and all of a sudden he goes, and he moves your neck to one side, and my goodness, you think you've been under the guillotine because it goes, and you're like, oh my God, I've just paid money for him to break my neck. But then after the headache and the neck ache wears off, you realise it's much better than it was. But at the time, I mean, the first time I went to one, my dad had took me to one because I always had neck trouble. 3 whiplashes don't help, do they? And I came out like that. And he said, how do you feel? I went, I can't believe you put me through that, Dad. I said, he's broke my neck. I said, I swear he's broke my neck. Anyway, by the next day, it felt much better, yeah. Death by 1,000 cuts. If they're paper cuts, I can believe that. Yeah, they blooming sting, don't they? I did one on my thumb the other day, paper cut. They hurt worse than if you slash yourself with a knife, don't they? A paper cut. And you feel like a right wimp. You know, what if you don't have got a paper cut? Yeah, they're great, the chiropractors, but £10? Yeah, it's 40 quid I paid, and that was 3 years back. Well, 2.5 years back, just before I came here. But I did get OAP rates after I'd went the first time. I think he knocked it down to about 35 or something, because I was an old fogey, yeah. Stress and micro-stress. Oh, I've got a lot of stress. I never thought I had stress, but just recently I'm beginning to think I do, yeah. I do have stress in my life. You're not allowed to have any fun? Oh, that's not good, is it? Can you not have your JD anymore? I mean, you know, an odd one here and there, you know. You see what I've got? Look at that. No, I'm not going to eat it all. Ooh. I'm just going to eat a couple of pieces. Couldn't eat all that if I tried. You've got to have a couple of JDs, haven't you? You know. I'm not supposed to drink either. I don't really drink like I used to drink, but I don't have energy drinks. What's all this? What's it about these energy drinks from, is it Lidl or Aldi or somewhere, that everybody goes mad about? What's the point of them? Do they just hype you up or something? Are they a bit like, what do you call it? What's it called? Red Bull gives you wings, yeah? Oh, all bosses only care about making money. That's all anybody cares about, making money. I was just looking today into why I never get any money from YouTube, you know. And then you realise that YouTube takes 55% of anybody's earnings. I mean, it doesn't affect me because I don't earn anything. But when you think of all the big people on YouTube who earn millions, you know, YouTube get 55% of everything just for allowing them to make videos and put them on the channel. And my fire's going down. It's still going. Yeah, still going. Mint chocky. I need it. I thought all bosses cared about making money. I used to work for the government. They used to care about statistics. Oh, no, they don't give a shit. You're right there. When I worked for the Department of Works and Pensions, they wanted statistics and they wanted results. They didn't care how you got there. They didn't care what you had to go through. All they cared about was statistics, yeah. Mm. Oh, gosh. I don't even have £408, do you, Nathan? Yeah, at the job centre, all they care about is results. You have to get X number of people into a job per week, otherwise it's why not. You are not doing your job. So it wasn't about money, Rick. It was all about, they wanted to look clever to the government. This job centre has got so many people into work this month, aren't we? Good. You know, they don't seem to care that the week after they'd all be out of work because they'd all have got sacked. Oh, my lot never wanted to work. I worked in one of the deprived areas in Salford, where work was a really dirty word, you know. It was a swear word to most people. Hmm. The minty bits in this are a bit crunchy. And I wouldn't say it was up to Cadbury's usual standard, but I'm going to be picky. I'm doing a taste test here. A bit like Shan used to do with the Japanese. Oh gosh, I dealt with all of them, the ones who don't and won't. How many people came through the door a day? Probably about 200-300. About 200-300 on a 5-day week, which are a lot of people. Out of that, there would be about 5 people, if you're lucky, that actually were looking for work. It's like, oh, come in, you actually want a job. Oh, come in, sit down. I'm sure we can find you one. And then at the end, about the last couple of years, I actually moved to a job centre that was more upmarket. I was amazed. People coming over the doorstep that actually were looking for work, and they weren't shysters or anything like that. They were actually looking for work. And I was like, wow, this is great. But even then, we couldn't hit the targets because the targets were impossible. If you got 7 people a week into a job, the week after they wanted you to get 8, yeah? Then the week after that, they wanted you to get 9. They were just unrealistic. So, you know. How many were being chucked out? Oh, gosh, yeah. We used to have at least a few arrested every week. We had to call in the Rozzers, you know, the men in blue, the PCs. We had security guards that used to chuck them out, yeah. He was he called Sean? I think he was called Sean. Yeah, he was called Sean, not Sean like you. He was called Sean, our security guard. Man, he wasn't a lot of cop. He thought he was big and butch, you know, the kind. Tell one creative story. No, I had too many and I can't. I signed the Secrets Act. I can't say anything. Let's just say a lot of the people I signed are now in strange ways or other of Her Majesty's, being detained at Her Majesty's pleasure. Yeah. When they didn't come in to sign on the correct day, we'd think, oh, they've been arrested. We used to call them the rat boys because these sort of materialised out of sewers, yeah. The rat pack. You never saw the women because they were all intentionally unmarried mothers, let's just say. You know, the kind with half a dozen kids, well, with different dads, you know. Jobs at Costco, yeah. Actually, you know, like Lidl and Aldi used to pay more per hour than we used to get at the job centre. No, Chavs would be a one step up from what I used to see. Aldi and Lidl pay really well here. They pay over the top mark, yeah. It's daft, isn't it, when you think you're supposed to be all these qualifications to work at the job centre. They want the cream of the cream. They want you to have all these things behind your name. And yet you get more money working in the supermarket. I didn't watch that sitcom, but it's probably probably true. Most of them used to come in either high as a kite or they used to smell a skunk, you know. You were like getting high standing next to them. I want to be a rich guy who's not satisfied with my life. I would love to be so rich I didn't know what to do with my money. That will never, ever happen in my lifetime. You know, to set off for the shops and be able to say, oh, I love that dress, I love that jacket. Yeah, I'll have those shoes. Money doesn't buy contentment, but it buys a lot of things that can lead to contentment, yeah. I'd settle for a back that works. I would like nothing more than to be able to walk. Yes, I can walk around the house. Go out for a walk. I do miss that. You know, just to actually walk somewhere that has steps or stairs and you don't have to think about, can I get my scooter up there? Can I go there? Hi, Katie. And what do you do on your YouTube videos? Do you sit in front of the camera like I do and chatter? What is your content? What sort of little bits? You know, do you do interviews? Do you go around places? Do you show people things? I need to do more of that, but my scooter makes so much noise that I can't video while I'm on my scooter. I tried it once, but YouTube wouldn't have it because the noise from the scooter was so loud it drowned out my voice. Yeah. Shorts, oh, I don't like shorts. I don't know why, they just bug me. 2 seconds of somebody going, you know, you're thinking, oh, what's the point? And I don't like shorts of these big fat women dancing. And I'm like, oh, put it away, girl. Yeah, that's interesting. What made you join us, Rick? Oh, bloody Mrs. Pink. Shut up about her, will you? Stop giving her your airplay. I don't care about her organising a spice cupboard. She might have a load of followers, but I find it very boring. Reorganising a spice cupboard. Using her tea bags 3 times. Oh, yawn. I'm sorry you find her so enthralling, Rick, but the rest of us don't. Oh, well, you see, there I am. At least we don't make weird ones. Well, most of us don't. Some of the ones in the UK make really good. Oh no, tea bags don't. Don't like tea anyway. It reminds you of rationing in the war, isn't it? When you had to have a spoonful. You're not missing anything, Connie. Oh dear, you're not missing anything at all. I wouldn't bother rushing to go and have a look. Unless you've got absolutely nothing to do except watch paint dry. Yeah, Birmingham. Yeah, Brummy. The melting pot of the UK. He's not going to see much of the UK life in Birmingham, love. Ethnic life. I remember once getting lost in Birmingham when we used to drive. Getting lost. We went round. They've got this big spaghetti junction thing in Birmingham, and we went round and round and round so many times that we got lost completely. So we came off, and I thought, I'm going to ask somebody. So everybody we saw was ethnic minority. So we thought, no. A white guy. We'll ask him. Flipping Polish, wasn't he? Didn't speak a word of English, yeah. Yeah. So luckily we found a policeman in the end, and he gave us the right directions. He actually directed us down a one-way street. He said, I'm looking the other way, love, go down there. There was no cameras back in the day. Because that's where you need to go, is the other side of this street. But for me to tell you how to get there would be all the way around the houses. He said, just go down that street, and I'm not looking. So we shot down that street and found what we were looking for right away. Can I do the accent for the Birmingham? No. I'm no good with accents. No good. Some people can do that, can't they? Just slip into accents and talk about things, but I can't, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Sometimes it rains. Move to Fleetwood, love. Move to Fleetwood. I never known so much rain this year. We have a puddle that a bird was actually using it as a bird bath the other day. It was having a right good old splish splash. I was stupid, really, because I should have got my camera out, but I'm that busy watching it. I never thought, yeah. It rains all the time here. If it's not raining, it's windy. It's blown the felt off our roof, off our shed roof. Not my shed, off the shed roof. Blown the felt off, it was that windy. And our whirligig thing, for the washing now leans like that. Because the wind coming from this side from the sea's knocked it over. It's like that. So it goes around like that now. Not like that. It goes around like that. Cold. It's freezing. It's 9 degrees here with rain showers today. It did try to be sunny. I will say it did try to be sunny, but it didn't tempt me. I haven't been outside the door apart from putting the dustbin out. I haven't been outside the door for about 10 days, and I have no intentions of going out. Despite the fact I have a scooter with the fringe on top, yeah. Which I need to customise, by the way, because I'm getting very bored with grey. Grey is not my colour, and that's the colour of my scooter, is grey. Battleship grey. But I can't do anything to it permanently, like paint it or anything, because it's a rental. So I've got to get decals or something I can stick on the back. So if anybody sees any crochet decals or something related to that, just send me a link, will you? Because that's what I want, I don't want flames and go faster stripes, yeah. I would love to find a student who was interested in fashion or whatever that wanted to learn to crochet, but in exchange would give me ideas on what to crochet and would model my stuff for me. Yeah. Oh, a lot happens in ordinary life. It's amazing what happens. You've got a real cross-section of people on here, actually. You know, we live in all different parts of the UK, and every part is different. I think every state, well, not a state, we don't have states, do we? You'd fit the whole of the UK in a state. Every part, I need to put another bit, a log on my fire, hang on. Every bit of the UK is different, has a different regional accent, has different customs, different words it uses in everyday language. Oh. You can tell where people come from, not by their accent alone, but by what words they use in everyday language. Oh, my back didn't like bending over. You know, like, for example, if you come from Salford, you're our kid. You know, everybody's our kid. Doesn't matter if you're related to them or not, you're our kid. Some places it's hinny. Some places it's even cock. How are you doing, cock? You know, it's just, they use different words, you know, for, it's not as much as it used to be, because unfortunately the internet and everything like that is flattening all the accents out. I mean, at one time it's yeah, Manchester Arena bombing. I actually heard that go off. I wonder what the heck it was, because I'm only about, well, where I used to live before, I'm about a mile and a half away from Manchester Arena, and I actually heard the bomb go off. I just wonder what on earth it was. You know, this bang, it shook the blooming house. We were a mile and a half away. It was awful, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was talking to Lizzie, she's in America, and she was saying about the shootings and things like that. And I said, it's getting as bad over here in the UK. You know, it is, honestly. Every time I have the Manchester Evening News online, because I still like to be nosy about where I used to live. And every day there's somebody been stabbed or shot or hit over the head with a paving slab. Was last week. Somebody got hit over the head. They had an argument about something and he hit him over the head with a paving slab. What's the world coming to? You know, what's wrong with a decent argument anymore? You know. I mean, when I was young, if two people had a row, they would have a fight, and just those two people would have the fight. Nobody else would join in. They might stand in a ring and watch. But if two lads had a disagreement, they used to fight, yeah. But just two people. Nobody else used to come and join in. We're so lit, banana guy. I hope we're not on fire. I'm hoping my fire stays in, love, yeah. Yeah, they used to fight with words, didn't they? You used to have an argument, did you? You didn't used to go and get somebody with a carving knife or something. I read somewhere somebody was saying that they tried to order some. Oh, it's a friend on Facebook. She tried to order table knives. I mean, I'm not talking about carving knives or anything. Table knives from Tesco's. And they wouldn't send them. They said they were instruments, weapons or something. I could have understood they were sharp things, but she's talking about an ordinary table knife, you know. Not a sharp knife, yeah. I mean, I ordered something. I ordered some knives or something, and I had to sign a thing saying I was over 18, and even when they came to be delivered, I had to sign saying I was over 18 to get this knife. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, like fellas used to slug it out, didn't they? Finish up with a black eye or something like that. But nobody got killed, you know. Nobody got killed. And none of their mates joined in, did they? You know, it was one against one. It wasn't like five against one like it is these days, you know, being hunted down and, you know, oh. Cyberbullying, what the heck's all that about? You know, it's just... Oh, I started to look at that, Rick. I've never been so bored in 2 minutes in all my blooming life. How thrilling is that? No, thank you. Man rushed to hospital after being rescued from the bottom of a ravine. That's my breaking news. How did he finish up down the ravine? Did he jump? Was he pushed? Did he fall? Don't know. Yeah, how exciting is that, Rick? Reorganising his spice cupboard. Come on. Yawn. I'm sorry if you like it, dear, but I don't, yeah. You should have made a video, Sean, reorganising your tea. Rick could have watched it. Oh, dear. I'll get my daughter-in-law to reorganise our cupboard and see whether that counts as well. Or can she video the little order as it comes in? Or the oldie order wherever she's been that week? There's lots of things I don't want to watch, Rick. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. There's certain things I don't want to watch. I don't want to watch 20 minutes of somebody with their ailments saying about how they've been to hospital and had all these tests. I don't. No. Don't mind one now and again, but not everyone. Oh, you did them into plastic boxes with labels. That's definitely a YouTube winner, that one, Sean. You could have earned a fortune with that one. Some videos are so flipping boring, and yet you people watch them, and I'm like, why? Why am I to watch mine? So who am I to say? Lots of people would think my videos are very boring. Probably me. But oh dear. No, I don't care. Is it a matter of life and death whether she has it organised or not? Personally, I don't care. Sorry, Rick, I don't care. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh, the dog poof. There's some brilliant videos in the UK if you look around, yeah. If you like to look around the UK, Little Drops of Wonderful has another channel that's called something or other, where her and her family go around to all different places in the UK, and they visit a lot of castles and they go to a lot of places, and you know that is interesting if you want to know what the UK looks like. Yeah. I can't remember what the actual name of the channel is. I know it's Little Drops of Wonderful is the one where she does the crafting, but she's got another one where she takes her family and she goes to different historical places of interest and things. Is it The Wonderful Life? Yeah, that's very interesting if you want to know what England is like, you know. Or Scotland. I think she's been to Scotland as well. Yeah. Fine dining with stuff brought from the dollar store. No, thank you. That's worse than the little adverts. I'm not interested in food, to be quite honest. I eat it, but I'm not interested in it. I don't like cookery programs. I don't like somebody reorganising their pans, you know. Somebody who's got a Dollar Tree haul. Oh, whoopee, you know. Oh, you pick some Facebook, right? I'll have a look later. Oh, dear. I'm not a cook. I don't mind watching funny cooking videos. It's never been the same since the Galloping Gourmet died, has it? You know, when he used to come galloping down with his wine. Oh dear. Oh, I like watching Little Wonderful Life, yeah. Hi, Isaac. Yeah, I like watching people who get out and about. I wish I had a car and get out and about, yeah. Oh, you'd be well in the company with Ricky. He likes anything Japanese, yeah. See one of the K-pop lots committed Harry Carey or something, hasn't he? I don't know who he was. Something Moonpig or something, yeah. Never heard of him, but that's by the by. Oh dear, he's probably overdosed on drugs. They usually do, don't they? Hi, Cass. Oh, you're only popping in, popping out again. Shaz has been on. He's been in hospital for 3 weeks. He's not on at the moment, I don't think, yeah. Oh, I'll have to have a look at that, the dog poo fairy, yeah. Oh, dear. Chris is on as well, Cass. And Nathan. And Isaac. And a few others. I don't think Uncle Tom Cobley and all are on tonight, yeah. Uncle Tom Cobley and all. And Uncle Tom Cobley and all. Well, he didn't really say. I think he said he had pneumonia. It was in 3 weeks. I mean, they took me out, don't they? So he can't have been that good if he was 3 weeks in hospital. Yeah. I don't think he was feeling strong enough to stay on tonight, though. So I think he's gone. He wasn't himself because he never asked me about my necklace. So he wasn't himself yet. The pet bunnies and the dogs, yeah. I don't mind watching the dogs. I watch Asher House, is it? And the guy with all the chihuahuas, yeah. I watch those. More interesting than people sometimes, aren't the dog videos? Yeah. Yeah, Kaz has got to go to work. Well, some people have to earn the crusts, you know. It's a sad thing in the UK. We're all poor. Yeah, I know. And they've only just moved to his tiny house, haven't he? I just hope he's warm enough. Is that why he hasn't caught pneumonia or something, you know? You know, if he's keeping warm. Well, let's imagine it's quite easy to heat a small area. Not that I've ever lived in a tiny house, because I'm not minimalistic. I'm the opposite, really. But I should imagine once you get it toasty, it's quite warm. But it's just a bit worrying if it drops cold at night when the fire goes out, isn't it? You know, that's a bit worrying. But you see, he sleeps out in tents, doesn't he, when he goes fishing? Yeah. Woohoo! You're on your second button, man. I'm not doing anything, Kaz. I've lost me mojo, me crojo, me whatever. Not in the mood for doing anything, and I wish I was. I can't get enthused about anything. It's not like me to go off my crafting. Yeah, I've usually got something to do, haven't I? I've got 2 things on the go. One thing only wants stitching together. Oh God, I've really lost my crojo big time. It started off with the eyes, really, and then yeah, because I couldn't see. I mean, you know, it's hard to crochet when your eyes are just crying, like dripping all the time. So that was the first excuse, but then I just can't get back. Yeah, I know. You know, he's getting hate to say this, but he is nearly 75. You know, to be lying in a tent, laying in the cold fishing, you know. He's not a spring chick, is he? Yeah, they came home Thursday, yeah, so I've no longer wearing a dog. Yeah. Yeah. As I think she's partly to blame for the pink eyes, you know. I'm allergic to Trixie, I think. I should have took some antihistamines, but I never thought about it. You don't think, do you? You think, oh, eye drops because they said it's an eye condition. Don't think to take antihistamines at the same time. But I'm definitely allergic to her. Not allergic to my darling Rosie. She doesn't shed. She's she's like Nasher out the beano, yeah. Oh, I'm sure I will. I don't usually go off it for more than a few days, but I've been over a week now. It's been about 10 days I've been off my crochet, yeah. I even bought new wool, but that didn't inspire me. I bought a crochet magazine, but that's not inspired me. You know. I mean, I looked at the things in the crochet magazine and thought, oh, yeah, that poncho's quite nice. And that shawl's definitely nice. But did I rush out to the shed to find some wool? No, I didn't. No. I haven't been out to the shed for 10 days, something like that. Not. No. I need a holiday. That's what I need. Somewhere warm, which rules out most of the UK, yeah. Oh, your mind's willing and the body isn't. Mine's both. My mind's not even willing. Oh, dear. Yeah. I need a holiday somewhere warm. But I've got no passport. That's one drawback. And I've got no money. That's two drawbacks. And I'm disabled. So that's three drawbacks, isn't it? Because finding somewhere abroad that would be where I'd have to just sit by the pool in the hotel and never move. Because I wouldn't be able to walk anywhere or do anything, you know. So that could be very boring, couldn't it? Just laying on a sun lounger. Be relaxing, wouldn't it? Take a few books, you know, lay on a sun lounger. Because you can't go anywhere or do anything. I mean, my dream holiday place is Skiathos, which I would love to go back to, but it's got cobbles and it's all built on the side of a hill. So everywhere's up steps, downhill. Ain't going to happen again. No way. Unless, you know, I get a new spine, which is, they've not got to that stage yet, have they? They can give you a new heart, they can give you a new hip, but they can't give you a new spine yet. I'm sure it will come, yeah. You have to find, can't do hot, cold, or hot tubs. What's not hot? What's sick? What's not hot? I must have missed something here. A homeless guy. Oh, I must have missed that. We've got plenty of them. Well, they say they are. I don't think half of them are. I think they're just scroungers. I think half of them do have somewhere to live. They just like to scrounge on the street corner and when you go past. I don't see them camping out or lying out in the street at night, so they've got somewhere to go. Just work shy, I think. It was 26 degrees in Spain. I could do that. Yeah. Oh, that's all the time round here. Manchester used to have a gorgeous place called Piccadilly Gardens. It used to be beautiful. Fountains, pools, lawns, flowers. You could sit there with the kids and it was gorgeous. Full of drug addicts off their head on spice, stabbing people, abusing people as they go past. Absolutely ruined the centre of Manchester, it has. No, I wasn't keen on Snake either, Kaz. I know he keeps telling me that Dexter is lovely, but I'll take his word for it. He's not my kind of lovely, Isaac. Do you still have your neighbour's sound, the one that used to climb out the window? The noisy ones, do you still have them? Have they moved out? Yeah, they didn't go out through the door. They used to climb out through the window. Yeah, they've ruined Manchester. Absolutely. They should clear them out, shift them. Why let them do that? Yeah, Dame Edna. I didn't mind him doing the Dame Edna bit, but I didn't like him when he did that Patterson. What's he called? Les Patterson. Ugh. Creepy old man. Didn't like him when he did that character. He used to go through me. Yeah, we lost quite a few, haven't we? Mary Quant died, didn't she? Somebody else died as well. She was 90 something, Mary Quant, 93 or something. Yeah, I used to love him when he did Dame Edna, but I didn't like the Les Patterson bit. He used to go, he used to give me the shudders when he did that one. Yeah, I mean, we've lost all the good, like, well, drag acts. You can't call him a drag act, can you? You know, with Paula Grady and Danny LaRue went that long ago, did he? You know, we used to have Foo Lamar in Manchester. Foo. I didn't know S Club 7 very much, so I don't know who Paul was. Well, he was taking drugs and all sorts, wasn't he? Why do they have to do that? Kill themselves on drugs and things. Well, what's the minute they get a bit of money and a bit of fame, it's all up their nose, isn't it? You know, snort it up their nose or something. I'm sure as hell I wouldn't be doing it, no matter how famous I ever got. Whistle, whistle. Who are you whistling at? If that's supposed to be a pinch, Rick, that is not funny. Take it off. Well, they all overdose, don't they? They all snort it up their nose and inject it. Why do they have to do it? I don't see the fun in it at all. Getting off your face with drugs and stuff. I believe that you should have a freedom of choice, yeah. Well, that was fentanyl, wasn't it? Prince had overdosed on fentanyl or something. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think any year is. If you look at all the famous people and you look and you think, gotta be drugs, and it is. Yeah, it was. You just open the paper and it's like this singer, this lead, this drummer, and you know damn well what it's going to be. One in every case you get a cancer or something like that. Most of the time it's self-inflicted. And we got a lovely subject again tonight. You know, we get onto some subjects, don't we, on here? We start off quite innocuously talking about crochet and finish up with people dying, don't we? Yeah. Let's talk about happy thoughts. Nobody? Think happy? It's all gone quiet. It's all gone quiet. What's everybody got planned for tomorrow? It's Sunday. It's a day of rest, apart from poor Kaz who's got to go to work. But what else has? What else is everybody doing tomorrow? No, it's not your fault, Kaz. It's just we get onto some weird subjects on here. A film day at home, always the same for you, right? I can't sit still through a film. I'm a terrible fidgeter. I have to get up, stop the film, walk about, and go outside, do something. I can't watch one. I'm terrible. I don't know why. You're working, Kaz, yeah. What are you doing tomorrow, Nathan? What are you doing? What film? Oh, Isaac watches different films, I think. My son and daughter-in-law sit watching film after film after film, or they watch box sets, and I'm thinking, oh God, you know. I'm afraid I'm not into a lot of the modern films. You're collecting 2 surprise bags from Greg's. We hope they've got sausage rolls in or pasties. Woohoo! Earth Day. Oh gosh, what on earth is Earth Day? Is it St. George's Day tomorrow? Anybody know? It's my sister-in-law's birthday tomorrow. I think she's about 84 tomorrow. 83, 84, something like that. No, St. George's Day is June, isn't it, I think? Can't remember. Something else is ringing a bell besides April 20th. Well, we're supposed to care about the environment every day, aren't we? But we don't, do we? I've got a cousin who's... Is it tomorrow? Yeah. I've got a cousin that's into litter picking. Him and his friends, they arm themselves with grabbers and that, and they pick up loads and loads of litter all around where they live. Oh, testing that emergency system. Yeah, they're going to be making our phones go, woo. Thailand is 54. That's a bit hot. I can do 20 something, maybe 30, but not 54. No, that's a bit too much now. Yeah. St. George's Day, I thought it was, yeah. 3 p.m. for the alert. I'm going to switch my phone off. If I remember, I'm going to switch my phone off. I'm not having that thing blaring at me. Oh, God, winning the lottery, yeah. I think I'd like to go on a cruise if I win a lottery, because then I wouldn't have to leave the ship if I didn't want to, would I? I don't have to walk about, do I, if I don't want to? Well, if I'd won the lottery, I could afford a taxi, couldn't I, when I got off the ship? Yes, Cass is serving the British public, and let's hope she gets some nice customers. I can turn it off. Oh, good, yeah. I don't want it, that thing blaring at me at 3 o'clock. Oh, I wish I could sit and crochet and knit. I'm not in the mood. I can't get myself in the mood. I wish I could. I know I need to hoover this carpet. The dogs have made a right chipmunky mess everywhere. Plastic or paper. Somebody wants to record it. What, that noise? Ooh. Is it going to at us or what? It's going to make a noise, make me jump out my skin. Maybe if I bury it under the pillows in my bedroom, I won't hear it and come in here. Or do you have to turn it off? Yeah. You know, will it just go off or do you have to turn it off? Oh, I don't. You could do a YouTube video. Oh, I won't use those self-checkouts. Doing somebody out of a job, I won't use them. I refuse to. Even if there's a big, big queue and they say, use the self-checkout, I say, no, thank you. No, thank you. I don't work here. Oh, my God, I hate that, Katie. My friend's son, he has got a degree of autism, but not like your G. His is trains. She has to go on trains and trams everywhere. Yeah. He does go on the bus. So, yeah, he likes buses, but it's mostly trains he likes, yeah. If you remember Haley from Haley's Hats, her boy was tsunamis. That's what he, when they used to take him to assessments and they tried to ask him questions, he would just turn it round, wouldn't answer it, and would just start talking about, do you know there's been a tsunami? And they never got a straight answer out of him, all these psychologists or whatever they were supposed to be, that were trying to assess him, to see if he had ADHD or whatever. Um, all he would talk about would be tsunamis. Oh dear. Just turn the conversation right round. No, she'd say, do you like school or something? And he wouldn't answer it. He'd just say, do you know there's been a tsunami? On dinosaurs, you like dinosaurs, yeah. We do have some Costco, yeah. Volcano. No, he was not into volcanoes, just tsunamis, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, I wish I could do videos of my boring seafront. I'm sure that would bore the heck out of everybody. But as I say, my scooter squeaks so much that I couldn't do it. And also the wind was going, woo, 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 woo. My mic on my camera is just rubbish. Yeah. Oh, well, he saw the school bus. Oh, I was never allowed to get on the school bus because I didn't live far enough away from school, so I had to walk. You had to live more than, I think it was 2 miles away or something to get on the school bus, which is a bit ridiculous, really. Yeah. No, ours was just the plain old double deckers. Yeah. But I was not allowed to get on it. Sometimes, if it was raining and they saw you trudging along in your uniform, the bus would pull up and let you get on it, but that was up to the driver. If he was a kindly person, he would stop and take pity on you and let you get on if you weren't wet through, yeah. But otherwise, you had to walk to school in the snow, in the rain, in the whatever, because I didn't live far enough away to be allowed to catch the free school bus. It's ridiculous, isn't it? When it goes past you, all the friends are waving and you're trudging along in the rain, yeah. Oh no, we had school buses, yeah, back in the day. There's a converted bus, a bit like, Cliff Richard and Summer Holidays in Brighton, I believe. And you can go and stay on it. You can, live, go on holiday on it or whatever, rent it for the night and it's been converted but it has a separate washroom because the washroom's not on the bus. Separate washroom next door, like the bathroom with the shower and everything. But I believe it's in Brighton somewhere. Um, it's meant to be the bus that Cliff Richard used on Summer Holiday, but it probably isn't. It's probably a facsimile or a replica or something. Yeah. But I'd be no good. I'd never get upstairs to bed, would I? Oh, you looked into that for a holiday at Brighton? I'd love to go to Brighton. It's too far from me. Too far away. Brighton sounds like my kind of place. Very hippie, very arty, very boho-y. Sounds like my kind of place, yeah. Yeah, I never live far enough out. Very, very occasionally, if it was really bad weather, my dad would take me in the car, but not very often, yeah. Yeah, I've seen the ones on YouTube that have been converted. I've never actually seen one in person, Shan. You know, I've actually, you know, like you say, I don't know why I sort of drift onto watching tiny houses and bus conversions and people living in vans when I'm very, very bored on YouTube. Oh dear. I watch all kinds of weird things on YouTube. Because when you type in crochet or something like that on YouTube, you get these videos from about 9 years old, you know. Yeah, do you? Yeah, you look at the Hobbit homes and stuff. Oh, I walk most of the time, Denise. My dad had a car, but he never got it out of the garage. Even when it was raining hard, you know, it was just tough bunnies. You put your raincoat on, you got your brolly, and off you went. Yeah. Oh, tiny homes are lovely, but I couldn't live in one. I'm not minimalistic enough. Yeah. Hi, Jill. Hello there. You've missed Shad. He's been poorly. He's been in hospital for 3 weeks, Jill. Been poorly, poorly thick. Poorly thick. We still got snow, Jill. I saw your picture. And there's me moaning about lack of sunshine and the rain and the wind. And Jill's got snow. Ah. Oh, you're still there? You're cooking spaghetti. I don't like spaghetti. Sorry. Don't like pasta. Don't like spaghetti. Ugh. And mac and cheese could make me heave. Americans love mac and cheese. I don't know why. It's disgusting. Yeah, we think Shad's had pneumonia, but I'm not sure. You're having some coffee. Oh, you're at your dad's. So that's why you've got the snow, is it? I thought it was rare to have snow where you lived. Yeah, I'm looking at your picture thinking, oh my goodness me. Snow. Don't like snow. We don't get much of it here. We're too near the sea to get snow. If we get snow, it doesn't last because it won't stick because of the salt in the air. The salt just kills it. We get frosty bits, yeah. I'm going cold again. Is my fire still burning? Oh, flipping heck, hang on a minute. My fire's gone out, I think. It's not looking very chirpy, that's for sure. Oh, oh. It's still in, it just needed a bit of reviving. Oh. Ah. Oh, God, I wish I could sort this back out. Oh, every picture tells a story. Oh. You're going to sleep, Kaz, all right? We'll see you next week, hopefully. Oh. Oh. Oh, God, I bent over then and at me back. Give me a minute. I'll catch my breath. Oh. I think my tablets have worn out. Oh. Hi, Sil. Oh, that caught my breath, that did. Roll on Thursday when I see my GP. If he takes any notice of me. We're back on that subject again. Ooh. I bent over to sort the wood out on the fire. And then when I stood up, it stabbed right through me. Sure, I broke the rib. Oh, I don't even vacuum one room before I have to sit down. I can do half of it, then I sit down. Shadi did say he was feeling a bit better, but he said he weren't staying on. He said he was just coming. Maybe next week he'd be back on, yeah. I think he said he'd had pneumonia, I'm not too sure. But he's been 3 weeks in hospital. 3 weeks? That's not good, is it? 3 weeks. They don't keep you in for nothing, none of these days. Do I drop things? Yeah, because you have to pick them up, don't you? And the more you can't pick them up, the more you drop them. Have you noticed that? Yeah, I pick things up with this hand and just drop them. Yeah, he just said he hoped. Yeah, he did, didn't he, Denise? He said he hoped to see us next week. And I said, is it pneumonia? And he went, I think he said yes, didn't he? I was just guessing, at 3 weeks. It must be something like pneumonia. Ooh, that was my phone. Oh, that was my phone. Why do I want to know about Wrexham football team? Why? My friend's been making bunnies. She's been knitting little bunnies. They're cute, aren't they? Oh, stop it. She says she's getting better at doing her bunny's eyes. Oh, the obligatory bag. I don't have them anymore, thank goodness. I used to get them all the flipping time. When it got to 3 a week, it got ridiculous. I get ocular migraine now. I don't get the headache. I get the visual disturbances. You know, like lights going like that across my vision. Apparently that's what they call ocular migraine. And I said, it can't be migraine because I don't get a headache. And they said, no, it is. It's visual disturbances. It's great. It's like one eye like blanks out and I can't read. I'm like, you know, trying to see. Yeah, they're great, aren't they, Sean? Yeah, it's like coming across your eyes. Or the spiders coming down. Yeah, I get that a lot. You know, when you're like that chasing spiders, aren't you? All across the room. It's great. You know, people say, oh, it's your digestion. Oh, it's, what is it? Things behind your eyes. Bleed. I've got a bleed behind one eye, which causes a lot of the spidering. Yeah. Oh, black floaters are fun, aren't they? When you think you've got spiders in the room and you're like looking around for them. Oh, God, I used to have terrible, terrible migraines. Oh, really awful. You know, the kind when you have to go to bed and even if you're in the dark, you can see light and you have to put towels over your head. And, oh, God, yeah, I can remember those migraines. They were shocking. Thank goodness I don't get them anymore, touching wood. Yeah, I used to have a friend who got migraines and she said, yeah, but my husband's making me dinner because I'm in bed with a migraine. And I'm like, no, if you had a migraine, you do not want your dinner. You don't want anything. You just want to lie there and die, literally, when you have a migraine. You know, you certainly wouldn't sit up and want your dinner. Yeah, floaters. People get them, yeah. I get, like, I call them spiders. They're like long things that come down over my eyes sometimes. Like, I call it like a spider's web, like cobwebs over my eyes. Not floaters are not so bad because you just follow them round, don't you? But when you get the spider things coming down, that is worrying. You think, my sight's going. Oh, gosh, yeah. Even a dark room isn't dark enough when you get a migraine. You have to cover your head up with something. Yeah. Lashes. Yeah, they were worse than them fur lashes. No, they weren't my eyelashes. I don't have them big fur lashes, yeah. Oh, God, yeah, they're awful migraine. I used to have about 3 a week at one stage. And when I worked at the job centre, I was constantly staring at a computer screen because everything you do is on a computer screen. And I used to get the ocular migraines, you know, and I used to be like that. And somebody would be saying, what's wrong with you? I said, I can't see the screen. And I used to have to say to my, you know, my line manager, I'll have to come off the screen for 5 minutes or 10 minutes because I can't see. And she used to think I was making it up, I think, but yeah. What have I got here? Oh, she's just still saying about her. She can't put a proper, you know, those eyes in the bunny. She has to embroider them. She can't put the safety eyes in the bunny. Oh, I had a stabby eye the other day. You know, it feels like somebody's putting a skewer right through the centre of your eyeball. Ooh! And I thought, oh, what's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? And luckily it didn't last long. I thought, my God, my God. You know, you get very dramatic, don't you? Oh my God, it's a tumour. Oh, my eye's falling out. It must be like a nerve or something that pokes at the back of your eye. But when it comes out the blue, it's a bit, you know, 1 minute you're like doing something, it's like, ah! It's like a javelin through the eye, isn't it? And you get all dramatic for about 2 or 3 minutes until it fades, and you think, ah, it's gone now. I'm fine now, it's gone now. Well, for 2 or 3 minutes, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm blind. Oh, I can't see. Oh, oh, they are bad migraines. They really are. Yeah. It turned out to be hormonal with me. The minute I had a hysterectomy, my migraine stopped. Yeah. Oh, gold. I wouldn't want that, Shine. You can keep that, love. You can have those. You can have those. Yeah. No. I get the pain sometimes, you know, it shoots up your jaw to your ear. And it goes, boom. It's obviously nerves, isn't it, somewhere? And you think, oh, look at it. Oh, yeah. And then it passes and you think, oh, I forgot about it. So then you forget about it for a while. And then, nerve pain is awful, isn't it? It's just worse than the worst toothache. You're knitting and listening. I'm glad you're knitting. I can't even get interested in mine. I've got about that much to knit on one sleeve, that chunky thing I've been knitting forever. And it's just stuck there, and I just cannot get round to doing about the last 3 inches of a sleeve. I've even done the neckband, yeah, but I can't. Once I put anything down, I put it down, and that's it. It takes me forever to pick it back up again, yeah. Oh, you know me and toys. Everything I make with a toy looks grotesque, like Frankenstein's monster when I make an amigurumi. I mean, some of them are very pretty, and I feel like I should be tempted, but if it didn't have a face, I'd probably be all right. I did a snake once that looked quite decent, yeah. Because snakes don't really have a face, do they? Just have eyes and a tongue thing, yeah. So I didn't do too badly with my snake, but it was a doorstop, by the way, in case you're thinking I've got a bit making a snake. But I'm no good with dollies or rabbits or anything that's about a face. I just don't. There's an art to stuffing things that makes things look like they're supposed to, you know? Like if you don't stuff the bunny's nose right, or you don't stuff the doll in the right place, you get a doll with biceps, don't you? Yeah, your Dexter probably has got a beautiful face, but when I'm making snakes, you know, doorstopper snakes, and you know, they don't look anything like they're supposed to. Yeah. I got a beautiful pattern for a doll, but I've lost the pattern because it was on the computer that crashed. Yeah. Some people just have the knack, don't they? Kim does, doesn't she? What's she called? Kim. You know Kim, don't you, Shan? Kim. She makes amigurumis for fun, and she makes them all the right shape. They look right. Blue Cherub, that's the lady. She makes wonderful amigurumis. She does all sorts of things. And they all look halfway decent. I wouldn't even be able to make the octopus without it looking silly. You know. Yeah, I had a beautiful doll pattern, but I lost it when my computer crashed. So I keep hoping my friend be able to rescue some of my patterns, but so far she's got the, you know, the tower, and she's got one of them little things of mine, you know, where you put patterns on, what they call them, like additional thingamajigs, yeah. Oh, you'll be all right. I hope Shad didn't get his pneumonia from being out there fishing in his tent. Yeah. I hate to say it, but he's not a spring chicken, is he? You know, if it's a bit damp, if he goes overnight fishing, it's a bit damp. You know, he's not 25 anymore. Mm. You know, it's one thing fishing when it's nice weather, isn't it? But if it's cold and damp, it's not doing his chest any good, is it? They fish on the seafront here. I don't know whether they ever catch anything. I've never seen loads of fish in the baskets or anything. I just can't. I've tried a couple of times. I've tried with dolls and rabbits and things and that, but they just don't look right. Perhaps I haven't got the patience to. And I don't think I crochet tight enough or knit tight enough, even though I alter my needle sizes. One of the girls at my evening knit club, she does the most fabulous toys and things, yeah. And I watch, you know, Rose from the Philippines, Sadiq Aki. She makes the most fabulous amigurumi dolls and things. She looks at a cartoon character and in a magazine and she just creates it. She never follows a pattern. She doesn't got a pattern. And, you know, she gets all the shaping right and everything. Huh. I mean, at the moment, she's been making mandalas out of big, great, massive hoops. She's been doing some yarn bombing somewhere in the Philippines. That girl, she's very prolific. She never goes off like I do. She never has spells where she doesn't do anything. She crochets them all the time. She does a bit of knitting, but she mostly crochets, yeah. She does some sewing. She's been making patchwork bags out of scraps and pieces, yeah. No, I'm only into making clothes. That's the only thing I've ever been interested in, is making clothing. I've no interest into making other things. And as for blankets, oh my God, no. I have no patience for trundling along a row that's about 200, 300 chain long, trundling along one way and trundling along the other. I made one corner to corner. It was like, shoot me now, shoot me now. I never wanted to make another. No, I have to make clothes. I like to design and do different colours and make clothing. And I suppose we're all different. Wouldn't do for us all to be alike, would it? You know, some people love, they just do blanket after blanket after blanket. And I'd be like, oh, shoot me now. Yeah. You know, if it hasn't got bright colours, if it isn't like granny squares or something, I'm not interested. That's why I stopped doing orders, because people always wanted things like, can I have a 4X jumper in brown, please? Like, no, no, you can't have a 4X jumper in brown. Can I have it in black because it's slimming? No. No, I crochet clothing, as you know. Yeah. I think we all have our things we like to do, don't we? You know, some people like to make little doilies out of fine cotton and stuff. I've made a baby blanket, yeah, but oh, and I made that throw for the sofa in granny squares that never got used really. It's stuck in the conservatory on my chair now. I hated that thing. It was all pastel colours. Everybody else loves it. It's on some of my videos where I'm leaning back against it. Everybody goes, oh, isn't it pretty? And I'm like, no. Pale pinks, pale blues are just not my colours. Nope. You know, if I make a granny square blanket, it would be like dual colours like reds and jade greens and royal blues and whatever. That would be my idea of a granny square blanket. I can't help being a bohemian. I look at these Facebook pages like, I can't think what they're called, but they show pictures of houses that are done in the bohemian style, you know, and I'm like, why can't my house look like that? Why can't I not have hanging things and blankets and bright things all over the place? Yeah. Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah, she does. Are they knitted? I think they're knitted, aren't they? Her beanies with dog paws on. Yeah. Yeah, I like variety. I would like, this house isn't bright enough for me. I like mandalas hanging down. I like things that catch the wind, you know, like stained glass things, you know, like things hanging in the window. My son calls it clutter. That's why I'm not allowed to have it. But here, I would love like a really mad big painting in bright colours. And yeah, I'm going to do something in my bedroom because nobody goes in the bedroom really, only me. I've seen a lovely, like a frieze thing, you know, that goes like that, and it's got these shisha mirror things in it or something. I want to put it across. I've got wardrobe things like cupboards over the top of my bed. So at the bottom there's like a little frieze things, and I want to put that across there so that it hangs down. And I've got mandalas hanging down, you know, over my bed. And I really want to put some decals. I've got grey wardrobes, so I want to put some decals of flowers or something on it, you know. Oh, we do have some nice views, yeah. Not in Fleetwood, but we do have some nice views. In the rest of the UK, we have some nice views, yeah. Hi, Bobby. Are you finishing a head jog? Ooh. No, they just pull their faces when I do anything a bit colourful. You know, they'll say, oh, you can do what you want, but then they go, ooh, what are you doing that for? Ooh. So, in other words, you're not allowed, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to get some decals when I go somewhere like where they sell them. I've seen them online, but I don't know whether I want them because you can't tell what size they are, what they look like. I just want to put them on. They wouldn't permanently mark the wardrobe. They would just stick on, and then, you know, you could take them off or something, yeah. Your area looks like a war zone. I'm envious of your sister's decking. Oh, it looks so lovely. I miss my decking. I used to love to sit out and listen to the church bells and listen to the birds singing. Here we've got seagulls squawking. They sound like babies crying. Don't have to make a racket. Oh, thank you, Denise. I need to do something to sell it. I can't have it sitting in the shed doing nothing. And I'm not even trying to sell it at the moment. That's the trouble. You know, I need to do something. But Etsy just wasn't for me. You know, it just didn't work out for me. They charged me too much commission and stuff. So I'm still working on it. A friend of mine just sent me a video of these massive, massive women walking like up the street wearing these like little G-string things. You know, their backsides were like that. And I'm thinking, why am I worried about what I look like in my crochet? Oh, Etsy are very greedy. And they have these rulings like, you know, if you don't do this and you don't do that, we won't promote you. And if you're selling into the US, you have to have a US tax code number and stuff like that. I got a tax code thing the other day. Come from somewhere in America, I don't know. I haven't, must be an old one because I haven't. Oh, yeah, yeah, but these aren't beautiful. I'm sorry, but there's big, beautiful women and there's women. I don't like to see waffles, if you know what I mean. Not wearing a G-string anyway. Wearing clothing, they'd probably be okay, but I do not want to see them wearing a thong. I'm sorry, but no. I know there's a freedom of whatever and you should be happy about your size, but there is a limit, yeah. There's a limit. It's like, no, put it away, dear. We don't wish to see it, dear. I mean, I know there's a market for that. There must be, because there's so many TikTok videos and of these women that are very, very unhealthy, obviously, because at that size, they have to be unhealthy. I'm sorry, but they do. Wobbling about, you know, doing this. They can't dance because they're that big. And they're just jiggling like that, and everybody's going, oh, love, 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 love. Million views. Is it novelty value or what? You know, I'm sorry, but if I was that size, I would not be showing me wobbly bits on TikTok. I'd be covering them up, wearing a tent. It is. It's not a pretty sight, is it? Come on. I know it appeals to certain people, but the rest of us don't want to look at it, yeah. But you can't say anything, otherwise you can't say that about this woman. You know, she's 650 pounds and she's wearing a G-string. Come on. That is not a pretty sight, yeah. Hey. Yeah, dental floss. Oh, God. Yeah, caftans are us, yeah, that's definitely. Yeah, there's two kinds of videos on YouTube that I don't like to watch. One's the ones who stuff themselves silly, and the other ones are the ones who have anorexia. But it's not the fact that they're anorexic, which is sad. It's the fact that they're encouraging others to be like them. You know, they're sort of extolling the virtues of being as skinny as that, and they look so emaciated. They look like they're just waiting to die, like you say. But I'm a big girl. Well, I consider myself to be a big girl, but I'm tiny in comparison to a lot of people. I mean, it's obviously a mental illness where you want to stuff yourself that full of food, you know. It has to be some mental thing, yeah. Oh, yeah, we all eat too much. Well, I do. It's not that I eat big meals, I eat wrong. Hold my hand up. Eat wrong. Just see me eating chocolate, which I shouldn't be eating because I'm diabetic. Shouldn't be eating it, but hold my hand up. Every now and again, I will eat wrong. But I can't, you know, when they order like 3 massive pizzas like that size, you know, for a family of 5 or something, I can't, you know, it's got to be an illness that they sit and eat like that. You know, the majority of us, you know, Christmas dinner, we all go, when we're eating Christmas dinner, don't we? Yeah. Oh, God, yeah, that video. I mean, that was massive. She was massive, Nathan, yeah. I'm an emotional eater. I'll hold my hand up that I am. I'm not so much now. It's more under control, but I did used to be an emotional eater, yeah. That if I got upset about anything like that, I would just eat, yeah. Um, so it is an emotional thing. I can understand it, yeah. But I still can't understand. I would never let myself get that big, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I had a friend who was bulimic. Um, and I would do everything I could to try and get her to eat and keep it in, if you know what I mean. Not let her go to the bathroom or not let her, you know. I used to try my best to keep it in her stomach long enough for the nutrients to do enough good, before she went. And I knew what she would do as soon as she got home. She'd get rid of whatever I'd given her to eat. But she had that body dysmorphia where she thought she was fat when she wasn't. She was as skinny as anything, yeah. But you can't. I tried my best to get her to understand that I was fat and she was thin. And I used to say, look, stand by the side of me, look in the mirror, what do you see? And she used to say, you look okay, you look fine. And I used to say, look, I'm fat. Come on, I'm fat. Look at me. Look at you, And she just couldn't see it. She used to say I looked okay. Yeah. No, I'm not as much an emotional eater as I used to be. But now I'm not in charge really of what comes over the doorstep food-wise. When I used to shop for myself, I would, buy a lot of things that were naughty and extravagant and not what I wanted. And stop and, yeah, take me anywhere. Take me to Greece, take me to Skiathos, take me anywhere. Take me somewhere where it's not flipping raining. Yeah. I can be kidnapped for a very reasonable sum. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's sad when people have to do that, yeah. But I do get angry. I can't watch that My £600 Life because I get so angry at these people when they're offered a lifeline and they're offered to have a gastric band fitted and that, and they go behind the doctor's back and they're ordering pizzas and things in while they're in hospital, and they're sneaking things in. But I mean, a lot of the family are to blame when they're so fat and they're in bed and they can't move. Yeah. Somebody has got to answer the door, to bring the food in the first place. And how do they afford it? If they can't work, where have they got the money from to buy all this food? To me, they've got a feeder or somebody who is enabling them. Yeah. They're not that big on their own, If somebody's like saying, nope, you are not having it, nope, that's it, yeah. Oh, I've seen that Eugenia Cooney. Oh, God, she looks terrible, doesn't she? I mean, she's been institutionalised a couple of times, hasn't she, because of it, but it's awful, yeah. I'm more of a grazer rather than I don't want a big meal. I can't eat a big meal. I would nibble all day long, nibble, nibble, nibble. My downfall is we don't get it at the moment, hardly ever. So it's not. When I lived on my own, I loved fresh, crusty bread with butter on. It has to be butter, no margarine, none of that stuff. I could eat a loaf on my own, That's my downfall, is something like that. Proper bread, as I call it, yeah. Which you shouldn't be having because you're not supposed to have white bread because it's got sugars in it. You're supposed to eat this crappy brown bread stuff, aren't you? I don't mind a bit of Ovis, but I don't like cheap wheatmeal, whatever, wholemeal bread. I don't like cheap oatmeal bread. It has to be Ovis. My son says I'm a label snob. Yeah, fresh baked tiger bread. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, all bread's got sugars in, but the brown bread's supposed to be better for you, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever be anorexic, Denise, yeah. Although I did have a period in time where I was really, really thin because I couldn't eat in front of my ex-husband because we were going through a really bad time. It was before I got divorced. And I couldn't sit down at the table with him and eat. I just couldn't eat at all. I just couldn't put it in my mouth. I just couldn't eat it at all. My mother got very worried about me because I lost so much weight. Yeah, but I don't like brown bread and it upsets me IBS. I don't know why, but brown bread upsets me IBS. White bread doesn't. So, but that was, kind of a mental thing because I couldn't eat in front of my husband. I couldn't eat at the same table as him. I couldn't eat at all, yeah. I only like Hovis. I don't like Aldi or Lidl's wholemeal bread. I don't like it. It doesn't taste right. I don't know what they do to it, but it tastes, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, well, I lost weight. Just lost weight. That was all because it was emotion. It was a breakdown of some description, I think, really. Because as soon as he left, I started eating again. Yeah, once he wasn't there watching he was very controlling. It was like he kept telling me I was fat. He kept telling me I was this and that. And, it just wears you down. It's emotional control. Well, I don't want to go into that. I don't want to go down that road. It wasn't a good time. That's all I will say. Yeah. Am I doing anything special tomorrow? Stay in bed till lunch. No, not really, but stay in bed till about 10. And then I need to hoover this room up. My back's killing me. But yeah, switching the phone off at 3 o'clock, if I remember. It'll frighten the hell out of me when it goes off. I tell you it will. I'll jump out of my skin. Yeah. So I haven't got any plans really. Sunday just drifts by. Monday, I hope to be going to knit club. I missed it all last week because I was looking after the dogs. I've got out of the habit of going out of the house. I'm a very hermit type person. I prefer staying in. I really, really do. It sounds dreadfully boring, doesn't it? But I do. I'm not a going out person. I do go out, but I'm not I've got to go out. I've got to go out. I used to have a friend and she never liked staying at home. She wanted to go places all over the time. Yeah. Oh, they were. They went crazy when they saw them. Yeah, the dogs. Yeah. Beef is your therapy. What steak, you mean? I used to eat steak a lot, but I can't with my teeth. My teeth don't chew through it anymore. I used to love a nice piece of steak, but I cannot eat it now. No, I don't like. I haven't found, apart from one knit club, I haven't found my niche. When you get with the right kind of people that are on your wavelength. Causing beef, what the heck's all that about? He leaves me standing half the time. Rick, I don't know what, Nathan, I don't know what Rick's talking about half the time. No, if I could find the right. Oh, good God, I don't want to watch that, Rick. It's bad enough going through it without watching it. You watch some weird things, you do. Oh, Lord above, why would I want to watch that? Good God, no. It's enough in real life without watching it on the blooming Netflix. So thank God I haven't got Netflix. You watch some weird things, you do. I don't even like watching TV programs that are too much drama and stuff. Hi, Lashira. I like nice, pleasant things. I like to live in Doris Day land. Where everybody's happy and sunny and smiley. I like to live in fantasy land. Away with the fairies, yeah. I don't like real life dramas and stuff. There's enough on. Every time you turn the TV on, there's enough of it. I like to escape into books and things like that. Although I read murder books, so that's... Yeah, the Yellow Brick Road, that's me, all over. Oh, that sounds utterly boring. That sounds dreadful. Rick, that does not sound like my kind of watching at all. That's my kind of hell. Nope, I want to watch Yellow Brick Road. I don't care who it features. It doesn't sound like my kind of programs. Am I doing anything for the coronation? No. Oh, God. No, Rick. You and I have got completely different tastes. Generational gap, dear. You're obviously young. It's not my age group. You forget how old I am. I don't like conflict. I don't like watching action movies. I don't like anything else like that. I don't like things. My time of life, I just want it easy. I don't want... Well, if you can relate to it, that's fine. But you forget, you see, I'm probably 40 years, 50 years older than you are. So we're on a different wavelength altogether. I don't know how old you are, Rick, but, obviously you're not 77, are you? I relax all the time. That's my middle name. Lizzie. Relaxation. My middle name. That's what you retire for, isn't it? You work all your life. You get all this stress working for the man who gives you grief every day, or the woman who gives you grief every day. In my case, it was women. Oh, my supervisors were women, and they are worse than any man to work underneath, if you know what I mean. Bitch, bitch, bitch. So, retirement is... Retirement is being able to do what you want, more or less. You haven't got the money for it, but theoretically speaking, you can do what you want when you're retired. But what they don't tell you is they don't give you enough money to do what you want, unless you're a rich person. We're talking about that today. About all the people in Parliament who have these magnificent pensions and that. They don't have to worry. And yet they begrudge giving us tuppence, extra in our pension, saying that the old age pension is not a right, it's a benefit. No, it's not. We paid into it forever and a day. If we'd have paid into a private pension scheme and at the end they turned round and said you can't have it, there would be an outcry. But instead, no. It's not our right to have a pension, even though we paid into it all these years. If it isn't a right, I wouldn't have bothered paying into it all these years. Yeah. Yeah, I have a little tiny bit of private pension. and that takes me above the poverty line. But the state pension over here is absolute rubbish. And the people who say we can't have any extra are the people who've got these magnificent handshaky pensions. All these people in Parliament, they get more a week than I get all year, It's the state pension, you can't exist on it. It's rubbish. And if you own your own home, they give you no help whatsoever, yeah. And yet the people who've never worked all their life get everything. And it's so wrong. They get all the help they get. New bathrooms put in, they get everything put in, but you own your own home, it's like, bye-bye, you're on your own. Right, good night, Isaac. Enjoy yourself. Yeah, if you have the money, you can live on a cruise ship, yeah. I don't know, but a lot of people don't work. They live on benefits, and I don't know how they do it. I was unemployed for 6 weeks, and I couldn't exist on the money they gave me. I couldn't pay my mortgage. I couldn't pay my gas and electric and my telephone bills. I couldn't pay anything. I mean, I was lucky that my brother was still alive and he lent me some money, which I paid him back when I got working. But if he hadn't lent me any money for those 6 weeks I was unemployed, I don't know how I would have lived. I just couldn't exist. I couldn't pay any bills. I couldn't do anything. And I'm like, how do people live this way? My electric, my gas, my telephone, my rates, my mortgage were more than I got a week on benefits. That was not counting any food, So I don't know how they want to live on benefits. I don't know how they can. They obviously have some other sidelines going on to get some income coming in, because I couldn't do it, yeah. You can live on a tight budget for so long, Sean, but then you want things like clothes, don't you, and shoes and things which you can't buy, It's just, it's the old story, isn't it? The rich get rich and the poor get poorer. There's nothing in between. Then people keep saying, oh, these rich pensioners, where are they? I mean, I was never in a job that earned enough money to have a wonderful pension scheme. If you were lucky enough to be in a great paying job, then you could have put money away in a great big pension scheme, for a private pension. But sadly, I was only ever in a job that ever paid minimum wage type of thing. So it's all right them saying, oh, you should think about your old age. You should think about getting a private pension. If you live in hand to mouth, if you're living just about paying your way, you don't have money left over for a private pension each week. You just don't, He loves flags. I've got a friend that's been refused about 3 times with MS to get any disability money. Yeah. It's I only got mine because of my spinal. I got mine. I don't get disability. I actually get mobility, which is different. It's a lot less money than disability money. I get mobility money, which all goes on the scooter. I don't actually see any of the money. All it does is it pays for my scooter each month. So I don't actually get any actual money per se in my hand. They don't class me as being disabled because I can actually dress myself, which means pulling things on with elasticated. I can't do buttons. That I have got people who can feed me. and I can get in the shower, you know, so therefore I'm not considered to be disabled. You know, it's and yeah, I know people who get everything, and I am worse than they are with mobility wise doing things. I mean, I can't hoover, I can't look after the house, I do the washing, but then what do? We put it in the washing machine. We don't sit and do it, do we? I couldn't stand and iron anything. I can't hoover without having to stop every couple of seconds. I can't even peg washing out on the line. But yet, I'm not considered to be disabled, yeah. And yet, some people I know who are much better than I am, that can do more than I am, and they get all these benefits. They must lie through their back teeth, I think, to get it. You know, it's the people who sit there in judgment on these claims and that, they're not medical people. You know, the people who decide whether you can have it or not. They only work for the DWP. They're not medical. They're not doctors. And they sit there in judgment, you know. I can't pick anything up with my left hand now. You know, the nerves in my fingers, they're just dead. You know, I can't feel anything. I can't pick up anything off the counter, like change or anything. I can't do anything with that left hand. I can hold the wool just about when I'm crocheting, but my tension's all to pot now. But that's not considered to be a disability, you know, the fact that you can't do that. We don't. No. So you just keep saying, keep going, you fool, yeah. Oh, yeah, I know people around here that one of them's having a brand new bathroom put in and everything put in for her. All these aids and stuff. They came and assessed me and told me all what I needed. And I said, oh, that's great. And they said, yeah, but you've got to buy it all yourself. Why? Because you own your own property. So you can't get a shower put in, you can't get all this put in, you can't get a new wet room put in because you own your own property. You can get a loan, you can do it yourself. Yeah, how am I supposed to pay it back? Out my pension? I can just imagine the bank manager's face. What is your income per week? Well, it's this. Well, yeah, well, sorry, but no, you can't pay it back, so you can't. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they told me all the aids I needed, you know, like this, you know, perching seat and stuff like that, aids for the bathroom and stuff, rails for the bath, you know, the shower. I've had to buy my own shower seat. I've had to buy all my own aids and things. The only thing they gave me was they did give me a raised toilet seat once, a plastic thing that every time you sat on it, it went like that. But I've had to buy my own rails for the toilet here, you know, that fit round so that I can have something to get hold of when I get up and down. I had to buy all them, yeah. I've had to buy a chair to go in the shower. I've had to buy everything. And yet you get people, oh yeah, I got this, oh yeah, they give me this, oh they give me that. Nope. As we say, it's whether your face fits into it or not. Mine obviously doesn't fit. Oh dear. Yeah. Do I get cost of living payments? No. I don't have the right kind of benefit. I don't get that. I get my winter fuel allowance. I get that every year. That's all I get. I don't get the cost of living payment now. Because I'm not on disability and I'm not on pension credit. My private pension puts me about £5 above the limit of what you have to get pension credits. Yeah. So they give it you in one hand and they take it away from you in the other. Yeah. No, it's all to do with, I mean, if when they say about the working wage, what is the minimum that people have to live on? All of a sudden, when you're a pension age, it doesn't work. You know, you don't get this minimum whatever it costs to live when you're a pensioner. You're supposed to suddenly live off nothing, you know. Whereas if you were working, you've got this level that it's got to be so much. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I get them because I'm old, Shan, but if I wasn't old, I wouldn't qualify for the free prescriptions either. When you consider I have like, well, I think it's 7 different prescriptions a month. Yeah. No, 8 if you count my diabetes injections. Um, I just couldn't afford them. You know, I wouldn't be able to get them. I just wouldn't be able to afford any prescriptions. Yeah. Um, like you say, I only get them because I'm so flipping old. But I mean, before that, I used to have to get a prepayment certificate that I used to pay for every year. I mean, that used to be a chunk, you know, to pay for it, but it was still a lot less than having to pay each time I went for a prescription, you know. Yeah, I had a prepayment card, yeah. Otherwise, I couldn't have afforded what I could, yeah. It's like I can't get free glasses. I think I get free lenses because of my age, but I can't get free glasses anymore now because I'm not on pension credit, yeah. They sent me a thing, you know, I need to have my eyes tested again. I thought, well, I can't afford any new frames, so they'll have to swing. I might be able to afford new lenses unless they're free, unless they put them in for free. I shall have to make inquiries, but they keep sending me memos saying, you need your eyes testing again. You need your eyes testing again. I'm like, yeah, right, okay, yeah. Sure, I've got 100 and odd quid to pay on a pair of frames, yeah. I'm full of tricks like that. It's all wrong. We were just talking about that earlier on. How unfair. We are the worst paid pensioners in the whole of Europe. Yeah. Germany lost the war, didn't they? And yet they pay the pensioners twice as much as we get. I used to have a German pen friend and he could not believe, you know, what I got compared with what he gets, yeah. Couldn't believe it. He said, well, how do you live? How can you live on that? I'm like, yeah, tell me about it, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how much my injections would be, the ones I have for my diabetes, yeah. If I had to pay for them. Woo! Ah, great, innit? It's a great world if you don't weaken. Oh, I shall. We might win the lottery. I do win a free lucky dip every now and again, and I did actually win £30 a couple of months back. Yeah, but of course I just left it there because it paid for me tickets. I didn't have to pay for my tickets until that £30 ran out. Yeah, so I didn't actually see any of that money really. Well, I did in a way, didn't I? Otherwise, it would have had to pay out my bank account, wouldn't it? Oh, it's fun. It's fun if you don't weaken. Keep going, you fool. But if the sun would shine, I would feel so much better. If the sun would shine, if it wasn't windy and it wasn't raining, you know, you do feel much better when the sun shines. When you look out the window and the sun's cracking the flags, and you can sit in the garden and not do anything in particular, but just sit out in the garden and you think, life isn't that bad, don't you? But when you look out the window and it's lashing it down with rain and it's blowing a gale, you know. Oh, thank you for sending me some sun, Nathan. You know, if you pour and it's warm, you don't feel it the same because you don't have to pay the electric bill. You don't have to pay for the logs for the fire. You know, it's just... You go in with the blue pill? Oh, not those kind of blue pills, is it? Not the blue pill. Yeah. Oh, I don't think they work on women, do they? No, the blue pill. Not that I've ever taken it because I thought... I mean, it is prescribed actually for some things. I think it's epilepsy or something. The sun does lift your spirits. I am a SAD sufferer, an SAD sufferer. And I really get depressed. Yeah. Oh, I can't take amitriptyline. It sends me off my head. Yeah, the vitamin D you get from the sunshine, you do feel so much better, don't you, when the sun shines? It lightens up your brain, doesn't it? I mean, I did buy an SAD light, but it doesn't work. It has to be the real McCoy, doesn't it? It does work on your brain. It does, honestly. When you wake up and the sun is coming through the windows and your brain feels so much lighter and brighter. And when you look out and it's thundering down with rain and it's dark and it's depressing and the wind's howling, yeah. 6 units of vitamin. I think I need some vitamin D. I think I need some B12 injections or something like that, you know, something. I don't take anything. I don't even take painkillers. I'm just a martyr. I did take 2 just before I started this, but only because my back was killing me. But I don't like taking painkillers as a regular. I'm a fool. I'm stupid. I know I should do them. I'm going to see the doctor on Thursday, so I'll see what he says. Perhaps he can euthanize me, put me out of my misery. If you don't see me next Saturday, you know I've gone to Geneva. Yeah. Good night, Lashira. Yeah, I've signed that thing and got on a plane to Geneva. I can't do that because I've got no passport. Can't even do that. Oh, got an Instagram here. I would love not to have to take all my meds. It's like swallow, swallow, swallow. You prefer gloom? Oh, no, no. I love the sun. I'm outside as soon as the sun shines. I'll miss my decking so much. I used to open my patio door and sit out on the decking with my breakfast. And I used to love it. I swear it was warmer in Prestwich. I don't like rain. But wind is the worst. I hate the wind. Because where I live here next to the sea, it brings the sand. And the sand smacks in. I think it was sand that got in my eye in the first place. It's like an exfoliation. It comes across your face, yeah. Yeah. No, I couldn't live if I couldn't go outside. Snake, he has a corn snake, a yellow corn snake. What am I snacking on today? I was having some very naughty chocolate, which I'm not eating anymore. It's called Winter Crisp which was a mint thin, which I'm not eating anymore now. Oh, don't tempt fate, Shan. No, I don't want any wind. I mean, being by the sea. Oh God, I mean the sea lashes over the top, and we get that sea foam stuff. You know that. I don't know why I came to the coast. I really don't. It seemed like a good idea at the time. But it was a sunny day when we came and looked at the house. That's my excuse. If we'd have come here in the winter, I would have never moved here at all. No. Yeah, very naughty, Nathan. I shouldn't be eating it. That's why I put it in the drawer. I'm not eating it anymore. I've had a few pieces of it. Right, good night, Sean. Nice to have your company. Woo. No, I don't like wind. That's why I got that scooter with the sides and that. It nearly battered me into the sea last time. Battered me down, battered me around, but at least I was warm inside it. I hated it, that other scooter getting blasted in the wind in your face, sand in your face. I used to have my hood like that and my goggles on. I can't stand things blasted in my eyes. Oh, my mum and dad used to open the front door and the back door. It was thundering and lightning. And all the TVs and everything had to go off. Everything electrical had to go off, yeah. So if it was cold weather, we used to sit there shivering because they'd have the front and the back door wide open. Whether the lightning was supposed to go through the house, I don't know what it was. But I don't know. I hate thunder or lightning, and it terrifies me. My dad tried everything when I was little to get me to not be afraid of thunder and lightning, but it didn't work. I was always terrified. I still am. My ex-husband used to laugh at me. I would practically gone under the stairs and hid. I do not like thunder and lightning. I just don't. You know, it's just a thing. You know, my dad used to be saying, "Oh, look, you know, the thunderclouds. It's just the clouds bashing together. Look at the lightning, isn't it wonderful?" No. I'm the one that's like, "Oh, no, go away." My son laughs at me because I'm terrified. If we had a space under the stairs, that's where I would be. I go in my bedroom, actually, because my bedroom, um, oops, let me get rid of that. My bedroom doesn't have a window to the outside world. My bedroom has a window into the conservatory, yeah, and a door into the hall. So when I'm in my bedroom, I can't hear rain. I can hear thunder, but it's muted. So that's where I go when it rains or anything. I go in my bedroom and shut the curtains, and so I can't see anything. I'm like in my little cocoon. It's one of the quietest rooms in the house, actually. I can sleep in. The only thing that wakes me is Rosie barking. Yeah. She's the only thing that wakes me. People knocking on the door, doorbells ringing, nothing like that. I don't hear it at all. I'm just in my little world of my own. And even the kitchen, because there's the bathroom between me and the kitchen. So, you know, I don't even hear the kitchen. Except my daughter-in-law, she crashes about a lot. Nearly all of our dishes have got chips in because she's ping, ping, ping. I was laughing at Tracy Crochet Rocks, her husband's deaf, and he chips all the cups, you know, ching, ching. And every time she's drinking with a cup, she goes, carries washed up, yeah. Oh, I'm not coming out my little cocoon. No, I'm in there. I love my bedroom. I can stay in there all day. In fact, if it's very cold and the heating wasn't on, I'd go back in and put the covers over me. And they go, "What are you doing in there?" I say, "I'm warm. Leave me alone. I'm under my duvet. I've got my winter duvet on. I must. I'm warm." Your spaghetti turned out good. I'll take your word for it. I really do not like spaghetti. I don't like anything in the pasta family. I just don't. I don't know why they taste slimy to me, slidey. You know, I don't like the texture. Mm. You go into a spaghetti dinner? Well, I hope you enjoy it, because I wouldn't. They love spaghetti here. No, I don't. I don't know why. I just don't like spaghetti. I only like pizza if I'm in an Italian restaurant. I don't like these Pizza Huts and pizza whatever's the drive-through pizza you get delivered. And certainly not supermarket pizza. That's vile. No, I just don't. I like calzone, where they fold it over. I like calzone. And I will eat pizza in an Italian restaurant. See, this is what I'm most impressed with. We had a fantastic Italian restaurant, authentic Italian restaurant, not Pizza Hut, a proper Italian restaurant. And their pizza was good. I loved eating that because it's handmade and everything, not this mass-produced, yeah, they shove at you from Pizza Hut and places like that. Yeah, calzone. I love a calzone, yeah. But not the ones that they deliver, from Pizza Hut and Papa John's and all that junk. Yeah. Yeah, we used to eat out, when I was with my husband, we used to eat out a lot at an Italian restaurant. And I used to like the food. And my son's like, but you don't like spaghetti, you don't like this. I said, yeah, but eating it in an Italian restaurant is different. It's funny, their spaghetti, I can eat. Their pasta, I'll eat in an Italian restaurant. It's not the same as the junk you buy in the supermarket, yeah? Hmm. I love cheese and things, yeah. Cheese. I love scrambled egg with cheese. I love baked beans with a baked potato, baked beans with loads of cheese. I love cheese. Not mac and cheese, though. That is. I think the only reason I don't like pasta is I don't like my dinner to be all one colour. I like my dinner to be like in vegetables, meat, or whatever. I like different colours, different flavours going around my plate. No, I don't like brie. Oh, no. And I don't like that blue cheese as well. That makes me vomit, yeah. No, I just like ordinary cheese. Nothing fancy, just ordinary cheese, yeah. Unless it's vegan. Vegan or vegetarian cheese, that's like rubber. Yeah. Oh, I love garlic bread, yeah. Especially in the Italian restaurant, we're back to it. They make the most fantastic garlic bread. Not like the junk you buy in the supermarket. I got some chicken Kievs from Asda the other day, and they were absolutely rubbish. There was no garlic in them. I thought Kievs were supposed to be loaded with garlic, you know, make your breath stink the day after and all that. I couldn't even taste the garlic in them. I mean, I've had chicken Kievs from other places, but Asda or Walmart, if you're in America, tasteless, absolutely tasteless. It was just like eating just chicken with breadcrumbs. There was no. Oh, I swear they forgot the garlic. I do. I think they forgot the garlic. Yeah. I'm a plain girl. I like a sausage roll or a pasty or something like that. I just do. Don't eat them often because, of course, like Greg's sausage rolls and Greg's pasties, they're not good for you. But that's my idea of fast food. It's not your McDonald's and all your other things. And KFC, oh God, no. My idea of fast food, you know. No, I don't drink beer. I don't mind a shandy if it's very, very hot weather, but it's mostly lemonade with just a bit of beer. Or I don't mind a lager and lime or a lager and blackcurrant in the hot weather. But I only get the very low, not the no alcohol, but the very low alcohol. You know, the cheap lager or the cheap whatever beer. I don't like the strong stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not much into fast food really. Yeah, cheese on toast and toasties and stuff like that. I used to like making a lot of those toasties. You know, you make them yourself in one of those toasty things that you grill down. I would never dream of going to McDonald's, yeah, or anything like. And those noodles, ugh. What's with them pot noodly things? Ugh, they're vile. If that's fast food, I'll not bother, thanks. Yeah, I'd rather have a tin of soup. I like to make my own soup actually in the soup maker. You know, I used to make it. I haven't made it here. I used to love to make it when I was, you know, I lived alone. I'd make my own soup. That'd last me 2 or 3 days. Yeah, I like leek and potato soup. I used to make that. I used to make my own like chicken soupy stuff with. Well, it's more like a stew. Yeah. Oh, I don't like McDonald's. I don't like burgers. End of story. I'm not a burger person. I've had the odd fish burger or the odd chicken burger in my lifetime, but not a beef burger, no. No, they're not my idea of fun. My son was never into them, funnily enough, you know. Even as a kiddie, you know, he was never like, can we go to Mac's? Can we go to get Big Mac? He never was, no. He never bothered, really. I don't know. He just didn't. You know, some kids, I want to go to Mac's, I want to go Big Mac, I want to go whatever. But then meal things and stuff, yeah. My son never bothered, no. I would only eat them if there was nothing else and we were out somewhere and we wanted some fast food and that was the only place there was. I would rather go to a chippy, have a portion of chips or a fish or something. You know, that would be my idea of fast food, would be to go to a chip shop and get a nice fish or something. Oh, the fries are horrible. They're little thin things, aren't they? And they're always soggy. They're never crispy. No, I don't know how people go to Maccadees or anything like that. KFC taste is weird, doesn't it? I don't know what they put on their chicken, but it's not very good, is it? They used to do a sort of fake KFC at Tesco's at one time in a box. And if I was going to my friend's, because her little boy used to like KFC, we used to get that, and that was much tastier than the KFC. You get all these chicken pieces, you put them in the oven and do them yourself, and get some fries and do them yourself, yeah. But they were much nicer than the actual KFC, yeah. Chicago places are shutting down. What, all kinds of places are shutting down? No, what? I like my battered fish cooked in beef dripping, which my local chippy used to do. It's not the same cooked in vegetable oil. That's what they do over here. They cook it all in vegetable oil and it's not the same. It's not crispy. It doesn't have the same taste. It's just not right at all. That's why I don't like the fish and chips from here, around here. Yeah. There's blooming crime everywhere. That's the problem, isn't it? What's it? The inmates are running the asylum, isn't it? Yeah. There's no, there's no repercussions anymore. There's no, everybody's do-gooders. Oh, let's let them off. We'll give them a bit of, what do you call it, probation or something. No. I mean, over here, they used to have what they call Borstal, which was like for the young offenders. We don't have things like that. It's now, oh, he comes from a deprived home. He's come from a single parent family. It's not his fault. Yes, it's his fault. Sorry, he's a hoodlum. Lock him up. We'll try to educate them. We'll tell them the errors of their ways. They know the errors of their ways. They just promise anything in front of the judge, so they'll get off and then they can go off and do it again. Yeah. There's always these do-gooders, isn't there? Wants to believe the best in everybody. Like that Twitter who believed in Myra Hindley when he's dead now. Myra Hindley, if you don't know, in America, she committed the most horrendous crimes with Ian Brady, murdering these children, burying them. I mean, there's a couple of them never been found. And yet he kept saying, oh, she's misunderstood. Misunderstood my backside, yeah. Six stops away, that could be a different state. You realise that, don't you? Would be true. I was laughing at Denise. I watched Dear Designs, Denise. She kept saying, the Amazon man's 2 stops away. I can't go for the shower yet because he's 2 stops away. And half an hour later, she's still saying, the Amazon man is 2 stops away. Oh, dear. It's how far apart are these 2 stops, Denise, Yeah, it's 6 states away, that would be true, not 6 stops. I can't complain. Our Amazon men aren't bad here, or Amazon women. They're not bad round here. I mean, they give you a 2-hour slot, though. They don't give you more specific, It's like we will be delivering between 3 and 6 or something like that, They don't give you more specifics. So you don't know whether it's 3 o'clock or it's 6 o'clock they'll be coming. And then sometimes if you don't look at the update, you're like waiting and waiting, and then you look at the update and it's changed from 5:30 to 7:30 or something, and you've been sat waiting from 3 till 6, but you haven't looked at the update yet. In other words, you could have gone out and come back. But that's the law of Amazon, yeah. We pay for the next day delivery, don't we? At least there's that about it. I mean, I couldn't be bothered going out to get some kindling. I've paid through the nose for it to be delivered today, but at least I got it, yeah. Yeah. Oh, we had an exclusion zone around Fleetwood the other day because the teenagers were running rampant and causing a load of havoc. Where do the parents think they are at 2 in the morning? Sorry, but I knew where my son was. I miss having a porch. Not a Porsche, a porch. My Amazon men, my postmen, everybody, they were brilliant. If I wasn't in, they used to put it in the porch out of sight and leave it, yeah. Oh, we need to bring back national service, I think. It sorted out the little, yeah, the sweet little things. They went in like hoodlums and come out of men. The national service. They didn't want to go. They didn't want to do it, but they had to do it. They went in at 18. My brother missed it because he was at university. There was an exemption. By the time he came out of university, they'd stopped the conscription, yeah. And also he was in he was a teacher, so that was a exempted occupation. So my brother didn't go in. I mean, my brother would have been rubbish in the army. I won't say he was an namby-pamby, he wasn't, but he was very intellectual, let's just say. I would have been all right. I wanted to go in the RAF, but my dad wouldn't let me. My dad wouldn't let me join the forces. He wouldn't let me do the RAF, yeah. He said, you can't do it, you can't do it. I wouldn't mind, but when I finally got to fly, I didn't like it. I wanted to be an air hostess as well. It was a laugh, really, because I was terrified of flying. I'd never flown at the time I wanted to be an air hostess, I should say. And I'd never flown when I wanted to join the RAF. No doubt I would have got used to it. But my dad was like, no, 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 you're not joining it. At the time, you did what your parents said. Oh, we're talking a different generation, Nathan. When I was young, there wasn't actually any wars going on. They should open the water cannons on a lot of them when they start rioting and stuff. Turn the jets on them. That's what they do, is it, in France? You know, turn those big cannon things on them. The water jets, that blasts them off the face of the earth, doesn't it? It's very hard to keep on fighting when you're knocked off your feet with a load of water. That's what they should do. Turn the jets on them. Soak them through. Knock them flying. I'm sure they did that in Paris, not that, well, quite a while ago. They unleashed the French cars. They are evil, I tell you. French bulldog farts are evil. Yeah, they should bottle it up, shouldn't they? Like gas. You know, they used to use that mustard gas in the war, don't they? They should do that with French bulldog farts, yeah. Oh, yeah, you can't bring the water jets out. You might actually hurt one of the little darlings, you know, and he might sue you. Yeah, knock them off their feet. Knock them flying, yeah. There's too many do-gooders in this world, like I said. Too many PC people. It gets on my nerves. Yeah. I think we got a whistle. Yeah, there's too many privileged kids growing up. You can't say that to me. I'll report you to the doo-dah, doo-dah, doo-dah. Oh, really? Doesn't matter what they eat, Nathan. They still have bad farts during the day. Yeah, nobody wants to take responsibility for anything anymore. It's always pass the buck, isn't it? Yeah, Kiki is a Frenchie, yeah. I think, yeah. They really have stinky bottoms. They do. It's awful. Such a tiny dog can clear a room. I know Trixie was sat on my knee the other night. Oh, Lord. It was, ooh, it was awful. She was sat on my knee. She spoilt my TV, she did. It was awful. If I have any tips for a beginner, YouTube. That's my biggest tip for anybody who's a beginner. YouTube. Didn't have it when I learned to crochet. I had to learn from a book. So it took me forever to learn how to crochet. But there are some super duper how-tos. You know, if you sort of type how to crochet on YouTube, it's the best place ever. Because you can stop and start the video and do it slow. You can alter the speed of the video so you can watch it in slow motion. Brilliant. We had salad tonight. We had a bit of quiche, not an awful lot of quiche, bit of quiche and some salad with a piece of crusty bread and fresh bread and French crusty bread with lots of butter. And I was watching Greg What's It on television at Warburton's where they were making crumpets while I was eating my dinner. Quite interesting how they made crumpets, actually. I like those programs called In the Factory, where it shows you how they make things. Oh, and they did Eccles cakes as well, yeah. No, it wasn't the King's quiche. It was just an ordinary quiche, I think. I don't know what kind of quiche it was. Just quiche Lorraine, I think. Yeah, I haven't got my invite yet, Rick, so I don't think I'll be going. I might watch it on telly. It depends what's on. It's not the same as a wedding, is it? Weddings are more interesting. You want to see what the bride's wearing and things like that. There's street parties in certain areas, but our lot round here, there won't be one round here. There's nobody seems to be interested. They didn't have one for the Jubilee. I should imagine certain places, probably more villages and places where they can stop the traffic and things, because you have to apply to stop the traffic going down your road to have a street party here. Well, I could if I was that much of a royalist, but there won't be any party here. I'm sorry, Rick. I don't know whether anybody else will have one, but I doubt it. I haven't had I haven't had a party at my house since I was 40. No, you don't have to be a royalist, I suppose, but no, there'll be no party here. No, I don't like parties. People coming wrecking your house, drinking your beer. Nah. As I say, the last party I had, I was 40, and I hated it because I finished up making all the food, providing all the beer, clearing up afterwards, yeah. I'm not a party person. I've never liked them. Even when I was a kid, I used to hate party games. Oh, God. When I used to go to a kiddie's party and they started playing party games, oh, God, I hated it. And I'm so glad I never went to one of these baby showers where they do silly party games like pinning pins on you and stuff. Oh, God, no. Thank God, no. I'm just not a party person. I dare say there'll be street parties in certain places. Some people, like organising that sort of thing. I dare say if I lived in a village where people were a bit more sociable. But here, I don't even know my neighbours, so there's no way they'll be having a street party around here. I only know next door that way and across the road, and I've been here 2.5 years. I don't know anybody else in the street. It's different. When I was in Prestwich, I knew everybody in the street. Everybody socialised, everybody spoke. I knew everybody's name. Here, nah, they don't socialise at all. They don't neighbour at all. You couldn't go and ask anybody if you wanted some help for anything. You couldn't ask anybody around here. Whereas if I was stuck in, where I lived before, I could have knocked on somebody's door. If I was stuck in the house and the weather was awful, people would always ask me, do I want bread or do I want milk or anything? Am I okay? Do I need any shopping? Here, phew. Or you want to be in the lobby to get your parcel, right? Okay. Yeah, no, here, nobody neighbours here. They'll wave to you. A couple of them wave. But that's about it. I don't know their names, don't know who they are. Oh, well, if you want, when I'm going off now, you can go and watch Mimi Cat Do, who's going to be live in 30 minutes, yeah? So when I go off here, you can go and find Mimi Cat Do. Oh, Denise is saying, sorry, there won't be a vlog tonight. I don't know why there won't be one, but... No, there's nothing wrong. She's just not doing it tonight. Yeah. Yeah, Mimi Cat Do is doing a live in 30 minutes if you all want to shoot over there. I'm sure she'll be quite interesting. But I'm going to beddy bows now because it is midnight, yeah, and I've been on for 3 hours and 25 minutes. So I'm going to go now, yeah. So I shall see you all very soon. And no, Mimi's in the US. Mimi Catdo. She is in the US. So I know Jill sometimes does a live, but she's at her dad's, so she probably won't be, because she was saying she was having internet problems, wasn't she? So she's not at home, so I doubt she'll be doing one. Yeah. Oh, my eyes are going pinker. I look like an albino rabbit. Pink eyes. Right, bye everybody. Bye Nathan. Bye Chris if you're still with us. And bye everybody else. I shall see you all very soon. Bye now.